just my kind of misfit. You're living just to let it go. Enjoy the show. This is my world. I make the rules. I rock my way, no ship of fools. I am your captain, understand. You'll always be my number one man. When you're the captain of the sea, you live your own reality. This is no schizophrenic dream, no 21st century fantasy. Regulus, alchemical genius, call me what you like. Regulus, your record player's all you. Regulus, alchemical genius, call me what you like. Regulus, your record player's all you. Record player's all you. Record player's all you need. Players all you need. Record players all you need. Record players all you need. Record players all you need.
Okay. Oh, the game's not open. Let's see here. Welcome in, Mohammed, right? Welcome in, man. Yeah, I mean, apparently it's good, so let's see, yeah. Uh, right. So today we're gonna be doing the anecdote first, and then we're gonna see how far we can get into more Pankh before I need to go to sleep. And then we'll just finish it up tomorrow, whatever we have left, yeah.
Well, well. I heard your footsteps when you rounded the corner.
But first I gotta do dailies,
It's hard to
as
imagine
usual.
that you people can learn.
What am I supposed to be grinding? More Pankh, right? So, I didn't actually play through more Pankh the first time around. I just skipped through to get the stuff, right? So I actually don't know too much. I mean, I know a little bit, just because I've been, like, spoiled on some stuff. But not nearly enough.
Can I start running?
Right, I need to spend, 100, I believe,
Bubble.
get the dailies done. Or actually, did I already do? I might have done dailies earlier last night, I'm not sure.
There they are.
Well, we'll find out. Yeah, this run is, not the best.
You don't want to miss
I don't know who to use as a fourth for this team. I just threw Emma and Lee in just because she's a buffer, right? But I'm sure there's probably better options. I kind of like having the story done though, like before actually going through it on stream, just because sometimes the combat kind of breaks up the flow of the story, which I'm not super fond of. So with it out of the way, it kind of, you just keep going, right?
Don't resist. Welcome to the world of numbers.
Desert flannel? No, I do not have a desert flannel. I didn't roll, oh no, that's not true. I did roll on Spethadia's banner, but I got Shamane. Oh wait, Desert Flannel was on Ezra's. Yeah, I didn't roll on Ezra's banner. This is a long run. The 6, 5, okay.
Victory.
And I'll need to do it again.
Okay.
Let's go.
Ah, find a left.
Yeah.
You don't want to miss it.
As far as I don't know how much longer is left in the event actually. I ran through good too. Not even all of it. I ran enough to get the materials and the skin. I don't know if I'm completed though, just because I don't know, gameplay isn't the strong, like my strong point for this game. I'm really bad at this game. I believe we have like what, a week and a half left in the event, something like that. Then we finally get top part, what, 1.9, 2.0? What are we at? 1.9, right? That's like 40 pulls and got repairs. Jesus Christ, man, 40 pulls. Well, I mean, it's not the worst, I guess, because it's really hard to snipe a 5-star on banner because of the way the rates are. But still, 40 pulls, that's quite a bit. Did you at least get Ezra off with it or no?
I'll get a cup for you.
I don't actually know the mechanics for this event, like at all. Like I know the meditator realm is a thing. I'm assuming it's just bots, right? No, I didn't want him anyway. Okay, fair enough. Oh, so you were literally just rolling for Desert Flannel? That's pretty good.
I will do my best.
See that?
Level someone up.
On rainy day. Well, well. I heard your footsteps when you rounded the corner. The deepest cut on my back was inflicted by a wolf cub.
Oh, Jesus Christ, I already did the dailies. Look at that. Okay. Well, I don't remember doing them, but here we are. Excuse me. Okay. Oh god, do we still need umber cans? Oh, did I fuck myself here? Let's see.
Spiced lamb soup.
Oh, I think they got rid of the amber can thing, right? Nope, they didn't. Jesus. Oh, okay. I need to finish weeklies then. I hate this mechanic. It is like the most arbitrary thing, I swear to God. Alright, what can I do here? What can I do here? See, I need 8. I guess if I just run this thing a bunch. Just like the lowest tier one. Oh, that's so aggravating, man. Well, I need to use them anyways, so... I think it goes up to 15, right? Clear 15 inside stages or something like that. So we should be able to pull off a couple more points. For that, I think there's also a quest for crafting stuff in the wilderness, so that should be something. That is really annoying, though. I do not like that. Oh, well, I'm still using Eternity for this run. That's wild.
Before the fall. I've been
I'll
there.
make it faster. Alright. Let's see.
See that?
It's only the fact that he can only save 2 makes it worse. Yeah. I mean, there's no reason for it, right? Like, why does it matter? Oh, okay, let's do one more new analysis then. I'll do dailies, so we'll just use one. Like, it's not like we're rushing through it, which is usually the reason for time gating stuff, right? Make sure you don't rush through the game too quickly. But I mean, it's one anecdote every half patch. It's just kind of arbitrary. No real reason for it, you know. I hear they're getting rid of the requirements at some point. I think next update, maybe. I'm not 100% certain, but I've heard they're doing that. So if they do, that'd be fantastic. I would appreciate that very much.
Perfect. You've noticed me, and
Right. Alright. Should be me at 7 now, yeah? What can I do? Earn... Psycube 10 times. Interact 10 times. Okay, how...
My life here.
There we
is
go.
quite similar to...
Today's Tuesday, okay. That's why. Okay, I just do these 2 then. Easy peasy. Bro, please. I don't know if you'll count them all if you just like mass pump them in. It should definitely be 10, okay. And then craft some shit in the wilderness, yeah? And that should put me at 8. What can I do? Something small. I don't want to like run out of leash. Alright. Good enough.
See that?
There we go. Penumbra can't get. Hell yeah. Dumb. Dumb as hell, man. Actually, no, you get them from the anecdote thing here, right? There we go.
I remember
So stupid.
I saw my teacher dance.
Alright, let's see here. Anecdote. Zeno. The Winds of Juhalarat. Don't know what that is. Let's do it. Arriving in Juhalarat. A bullet, the smell of gunpowder, and the dreadful journey. Now, I believe this is the first anecdote that we get that's not specifically a character, right? This is just Zeno as a whole. Heavy footsteps echo down the hall. A shackled man is escorted into a room where he sits onto the stool behind him. The interrogator gestures and a guard removes his blindfold. The sudden brightness stings the man, forcing him to drop his head to shield his eyes from the harsh glare. Oh, this is the Private Alexei Fyodorovich Reliev. Age 24. Born in Ryashki. Oh. Ah, so you're a son of the North. Former law student at the Second Northern University, enlisted after earning his degree in 1982. 4 months later, transferred to the Zeno Arms Academy for further training and applied for the Juhalarit War Front upon graduation. Served in the 756th Special Task Force of the 15th Battalion, stationed in Juhalarit by the Zeno Arms Academy. Rank, Private First Class. Length of service, 3 months. A tedious formality that outlines the life of the person under scrutiny. Alexei nods to each statement in silence. Next comes his crime. You were charged with shooting a comrade in arms. You voluntarily confessed to the crime, and Lieutenant Bertolt, the commander of the task force, proceeded to file the charges. Oh, Bertolt's back. Yes. I killed a comrade. He says nothing more. That's a hell of a way to start it, isn't it? I never intended to report this, but Alexei insisted I do it. He came into my office with a written report and respectfully placed it in front of me. All you have to do is sign and report it, sir. It was as if he were my superior giving me a direct order. But the man's integrity was unwavering, almost to a fault. I struggled to come up with a good reason to deny his request. Oh shit, it's little Ilya. Look at that. That's him, alright. He's the kind of guy who believes in taking responsibility for your actions and facing the consequences. The man is obsessed with justice, like a bull fixated on the red clock in front of him. He may seem determined and honorable, but he is destined to be weakened and exhausted by the banderillas. The two witnesses look into the interrogation room through the window. Alexei does not move his lips, answering only with nods while the two wait outside for their summons.
Now?
It's almost our turn. You know, you and I are lucky to even be standing here today. I know. Death and sacrifice are the way things usually go. After an impatient wait, they both look back into the room. How much longer until I can go in? Can these inefficient slowpokes hurry it up? I will not stand around like an idiot again like when I first arrived in Juhalarit.
Hold on.
Calm down, soldier. Someone will call for you when it's your turn. This is how it is in a war zone. Nothing ever runs smoothly, and there's never enough of anything. You're not at the academy anymore. We have lost a great deal to the storm. Okay, post-storm, alright. The man stops, not wanting to complete the thought. The Zeno Arms Academy in its current state resembles a bombed-out building, barely recognizable in its own rubble. It's as if even the slightest rain could wash it all away.
Now?
We are facing shortages on all fronts, people, supplies, and shelter. Things may seem bleak, but it is in these challenging times that our loyalty truly shines. Desperate times call for desperate measures, and that is why we find ourselves here, getting our hands dirty in the middle of the war zone. Many clients entice us with offers that are too good to refuse. Money, weapons, a place to stay, and, most importantly, information. And all we have to give in return are our soldiers, currencies that we'll lose anyway in the next reversal. The girl looks at the figure through the glass. And the battlefield sharpens these currencies faster than any training ground. Solemnly, the officer pats the girl on the shoulder. Yes, comrade. Everyone dies, they just don't know when. Is Alexei going to die?
No way.
The death penalty? No, little falcon. It's not that serious of a matter. He killed a dude, what do you mean? He'll likely spend 3 years in prison, have his sentence reduced, and eventually be pardoned.
No matter what.
In any case, there are plenty of ways to get him out early. We're short-handed right now, and we're not going to let young blood waste away in prison like this. And I have a feeling that the Admiral will be interested in overseeing this case, so don't you worry. A clerk emerges from a room down the hall and signals to Lilia.
Well...
It looks like you're up first, little falcon. Go on. Remember what I told you. Be completely open with him. Tell the truth, for your own good and for Alexei's and mine. And I thought I was going to get the whole hood and cuffs treatment, kicked into the room by steel-toed boots.
Hmm?
You want that kind of treatment? Easy. Just blow my brains out in front of the guards right now. Waving her hand, Lilia enters the room without looking back. We're better off staying alive, you and I. Later, Bertolt. She pulls out a chair, hops onto it, and crosses her legs, swinging her feet under the table. Miss Lilia, is it? There's no need to be nervous, young one. Help yourself to some candy in the drawer. Hey, Mask, welcome in, welcome in. And try not to kick the table. I doubt it could withstand much of your assault. Just take a deep breath and relax. Fine, fine. But do you have any adult potato juice around here? And don't call me miss. Adult potato juice, yeah, alright.
What if...
No. Are you sure you should be consuming something like that? You're thirsty, there's water in that cup. It's cold, but don't let that stop you. Forget it. Let's get started then, comrade. What do you want to ask? Private Alexei Fyodorovich Reliev shot and killed a fellow soldier during a search and rescue mission outside of Juhalarat. Reliev. Oh, that's reset. Come on. You were there. Did you witness the act? Yes, I saw everything.
Nice.
Good. On June 12th, Lieutenant Bertolt led the 756th Squad into the mountains to rescue a trapped survey team. According to Lieutenant Bertolt's report, you joined the mission as a volunteer. Is that right? Yeah, I went, voluntarily.
Here's the case.
Private Alexei's story and the Lieutenant's report don't quite add up. We'd like more information, Comrade Lilia. Good. She's not a little miss anymore. Have you seen the Zeno symbol? I don't think so. It might have been on the, when you first started. I wasn't really paying attention, though. I'll take a look when, after this, this section. Which is the first section. We're only going to ask about certain things, you see.
Now?
Tell us everything you know, starting from the moment you landed in Juhalarat.
I must.
We need the whole truth. Every detail of what you saw and heard. Please, comrade. Please, comrade. Oh, there you go. The Zeno symbol, huh? Let me see. I'm pretty sure it showed up at some point. Not this thing, I don't think, right? Maybe it'll show up when I, like, load in, yeah? Zeno speed. The earth mocks the masses, bestowing dust and death as presents. Yes, it is at the beginning. Oh, at like the beginning of this first one? Let me see here. Let's just skip through it real quick. It's the suitcase. Did we see it here? Not so much, huh? Alright, I'll take a look again later. I just want to continue with the story for now. The mirror broke. Oh, that is the symbol. Okay, okay, okay. A mirror. Lilia, they wanted to send rookies into the war zone to get some hands-on experience. I signed up and proved myself better than most, so they let me go. I was part of the third group. When? Saturday, probably. I don't remember. Anyway, it was around noon when we got off the plane. The sun, the sizzling sand, and a bunch of rookies. Juhalarat sure knew how to give us a warm welcome. Before we took off, some of the recruits saw black coffins being unloaded off a plane. They started to panic. When they found out the coffins held the remains of the previous group of rookies, even more chickened out. In the end, I was the only one who flew to Johalarat, carrying the experimental equipment that the others were supposed to handle. I guess the instructor wanted to use me to test their new toys out on the field. Those fist-sized boom bombs packed with volatile ifritine could turn a giant boulder into a pile of confetti. It was probably because I can fly that they dared trust me with those things. And then there was this tiny radar modified from the Type 76 experimental bug, which picked up preset channels. It was Zeno's latest masterpiece. I was excited at first, thinking I was going to do something big there. Maybe snag a few shiny medals to show off to the wimps back at the academy. You know, because only the toughest soldiers deserve to be sent to the front lines. City Johalarat. Johalarat was a dump of a city. I got off the plane and then onto a truck. I thought it'd all be dirt and grime like the mud caked on their truck tires. Turned out there were more trees than I thought. The mountains outside the city shone with a pale white glow, like shrapnel glinting in the sun. A mighty Hindu Kush where even eagles dare not fly, so exclaimed the instructor before we left. I still remember the silence in the truck, everyone keeping their mouths shut. I figured it was because of the dust on the road. Sure enough, soon enough, the truck stopped, the driver cursing and honking at us to get off. And then there we stood, like a bunch of imbeciles, dazed and confused under the scorching sun of Johalarat. Seriously, is no one coming to pick us up? Did they just throw us off the truck and leave us here? Used to fly those on their boat and appears in all their documents. A broken mirror, that's a very interesting, choice. Hello, comrade. Shouldn't someone be coming to take us to the base? Hey, comrade, do you know the way? Here, the way to here. Here, the way to here. I chatted with a few people and showed them the map in my pocket, but nobody seemed to care. They looked at me as if I were a rabbit, but when's the last time you saw a rabbit with the talons of a hawk? Well, I guess our local comrades must have been busy. How could they spare someone to pick us up when they were at war? Or maybe they just forgot about us. Anyway, I kept waiting and waiting for the longest time. For 10 freaking minutes. When the blistering sun finally got to me, I decided I wasn't going to stand around like an idiot any longer. Alright, guess this is where we part ways, comrades. Good luck. I'm not going to read that. I don't know what that means. I had a letter and a map in my pocket, though, all soaked from my leaky bottle, but that was okay. They were still readable. I followed the map aimlessly around the city, feeling like I was going in circles. Until a kind local recognized my uniform and stopped me in the street. You are from Zeno, yes? Welcome, friend. Are you going to the base? It's not far ahead. Just go straight for 120 steps, turn into the alley with the red wall, and continue for another 210 steps. Then, turn right and come to an intersection with 2 sacred figs. Turn right again, you will find Farouk's tea shop. Go down the steps next to the shop, then turn left and walk 50 steps. He was like an enthusiastic tour guide, giving me all the details.
Wow.
Be careful in the narrow alley and don't trip over the melons on the ground stall, or you'll be an easy target for the old man who will try to swindle you of everything you have. When you smell fried chickpeas, follow the aroma. Oh, and maybe buy some while you're there. Help out her business. They're tasty. And finally, when you see a couple of guys crouching by a courtyard wall, that's the base. But it's nothing like that on the map.
Dear?
Johalarat changes every day, my friend. It's better to trust me than to trust your map. So I took a leap of faith. I trusted the guy. Where is this going? Dor says there's a group that wants to use him to have maybe it is, you know. See, I was thinking Dor. When you mentioned the broken mirror, I was thinking Dor, but there I was like, I didn't know how he would connect. But that's very interesting. That would make sense, I guess. Truth be told, the place was pretty shabby. There were houses taken over from civilians, mostly. A perimeter wall, 2 courtyards, a few rows of converted barracks, and 1 office. Several men squatted outside the wall, killing time and eyeing me as I walked in. The guard on duty was dozing off in the shade, rifle on his lap. Wake up. You're on watch. I nudged the slacker with my boot. He gave me a stink eye in return and went right back to sleep. Don't start any trouble, little girl. Go play somewhere else. I'm here for Bertolt. Hearing Bertolt's name, he squinted and stretched out a finger, pointing into the courtyard.
Oh.
Third house from the left. He's in there. Go ahead. But before I could find Bertolt, he found me first. A uniformed gentleman emerges from the house and catches sight of the young recruit. The unfamiliar recruit runs up to the officer, handing over a letter. The piece of yellow paper is now dried out by the heat of Jahalarat's sun.
Hmm?
You're new here. The Zeno Air Force Reserve Cadet. Good. A little falcon chick. Think you can fly over the Hindu Kush? We've had many great pilots take on the mountains, but not all have made it back. Be very careful. The mountain folk here have been hunting fierce beasts and birds for thousands of years, including eagles and falcons alike. Compared to the careless, unreliable nature of this place, Bertolt seemed to be the most dependable soldier around. It's too bad you came at a bad time. I'm about to go on a mission. No time to take you under my wing, I'm afraid.
Listen.
No one can guarantee their own safe return from the next mission, rookie. You should prepare yourself for any outcome. The girl's interest ignites. Mission. Then I've come at the right time. Sir, I'm here to fight, so take me with you.
What?
You want to come along? Why else would I be here? Kick rocks, shoot targets, and shuffle files all day? For the menial tasks, you can leave them to the others. Just holler at the gate and you'll have more help than you know what to do with.
Okay.
You want to come? Come. By the way, tell me, little falcon, what does loyalty mean to you? Not afraid of dying for a cause. Right you are, but on the battlefield, loyalty is much more complicated than that. As for sacrifice, sacrifice is loyalty, and loyalty is sacrifice. Let's go with that. Come, little friend, I've gathered everyone. Let's go meet them. A dozen soldiers are waiting in another part of the courtyard. Bertolt walks up to them with Lilia. He starts a head count, only to find that one person is missing. Where's Hassan? He said he was heading out to buy tea half an hour ago.
Shoot.
Did he seriously expect us to tolerate his frequent tea breaks that waste our time? Just as the words leave his mouth, a robed man hurries over from the opposite side of the courtyard. Amir, boss, Hassan's here. The tardy soldier, Hassan, turned out to be the same guy who showed me the way to the base.
Hey!
It was your turn to stand guard today, Comrade Hassan. Eh? Yes, it was my turn, but Abu said he'd cover for me. And isn't he doing a wonderful job standing guard over there? No need to worry, brother Alexei. When it's your turn, it's your turn. Those are the rules.
Enough!
Enough. Time is ticking. Alexei, get the first aid kit ready. The rest of you, grab your gear. The truck will be here in 5 minutes. Time had its own rhythm in Juhalarat. Waiting for 5 minutes there was more than like waiting for 15. 15 minutes minimum.
May I ask?
And what should I do, boss? Get acquainted with our new friend and keep her safe until the mission is over. Scram, I don't need no babysitter.
What?
Wow, boss, look at her. She's a fierce little thing. My sister was her age. She didn't even dare to talk to people while herding sheep up in the mountains. Show a little more respect for our comrade, Hassan.
Hi.
Hey there, what's your name? Her name is Lilia. She's from the academy, just like you.
Mm-hmm.
That's fantastic news. I actually just graduated from there. Did you apply for the base yourself? Kind of. I beat a lot of people, so they let me come here.
Which means?
I'm not sure what that means. I can't imagine what you've gone through to get here, but you must have some serious skills.
Oh.
Oh, she's a tough cookie, Alexei. That's what they say nowadays. The robed man seems quite friendly to Alexei, or perhaps he's just friendly to everyone. Some say that brother Alexei looks scary, but don't worry, he's actually a good man. He hands out candy and plays ball with the kids, smiles at everyone, speaks kindly, and even pays the locals a fair price with real money. Outsiders have done too many terrible things in this place. The people resent us.
It's ridiculous.
Should not be like this. Should not be. We were supposed to be here to help them defend their homes, to help them build their city. Or it makes good men better and bad men worse. Some of our comrades, and I'm ashamed to call them comrades, are downright criminals. It's always been like that. War, always like that.
That's too far.
Those thugs all deserve to be shot. Oh, I can see where we're going. After their brief spat, Alexei turns to his attention back to Lilia with a warm and attentive gaze.
Now?
I may have said too much. Let's save the rest for later, young comrade. When we're on the road and can get to know each other better. I'll see you soon. If he had lived 500 years ago, he would have been the most devout ascetic of his time. Wouldn't you agree, friend? He totally would have. Alexei hurries to the house while the others keep busy at camp, waiting for the borrowed truck from their allies. The commander pulls the eager little falcon aside for a private word. What's the plan, sir?
Listen.
Lilia, let's talk about courage. It is a great virtue, and I have no doubt about your own courage. But there is no need for you to quench the fire with your own blood. Speak plainly, sir. Bertolt pauses, gathering his thoughts before speaking carefully. I appreciate your enthusiasm to join us on this mission, but as young blood with so much potential, you and Alexei are the true future of Zeno.
But...
And we must preserve those sparks. A wise warrior knows when to attack just as they know when to decisively retreat. Commander's words are tactful, but the hint of underestimation infuriates the battle-hungry youth. What? You want me to punk out? No way. No, I'm no chicken. I'm tough as nails, just like you guys. She does not need anyone's protection. Never has, never will.
No.
Chicken? That's not the right word, little falcon. I trust your tactical acumen and your willingness to sacrifice for the cause, but I don't want you to be the one to bear that burden. If things go south, take your broom and fly away as fast as you can. My people will cover you. Don't throw your life away here. You have to survive. Your people. Sir, I'm one of you.
Okay.
Alright, your comrades will cover you. But when I give the order to retreat, obey my command, Comrade Lilia. Bertolt left me no room to argue. He was my commander and I was a soldier. I had to comply. But I still felt he underestimated me. The truck finally pulls up and the team assembles. Before they leave, Bertolt outlines the mission.
Here's the case.
We are on our way to save a team of comrades. They have been trapped in a mountain by some unfriendly armed forces stirring up trouble. Retrieve our people and the documents they've recovered, and eliminate all obstacles in your way. You know what must be done.
Nice.
That's all, comrades. Get on the truck and head out. Best of luck to us all. But Bertolt lied. Stop. What do you mean by Bertolt lied? While our objectives were search and rescue and recovery, he lied to the soldiers. The interrogator nods and turns to signal the clerk. So who or what were you actually trying to save? Important arcanist or something else? Documents lost during the war. Anyway, that's what Bertolt told me after. They were his real objective. And those unlucky comrades were just regrettable, unnecessary losses. Excuse me. Berthold's interesting. Definitely more fleshed out here than he was in Rayashi. In this place, the mountains have a voice that is beyond the power of words, a talking mountain. Save your comrades stranded in the mountains. We left the city by truck. Save our comrades. A road was built outside the city with our outposts and supply stations scattered along its route. The locals often came down from the mountains to trade with our people, exchanging pretty stones for clothes, wools, and kisses for paper clips or old shoes. Things that weren't worth much.
Calm down.
Speak slowly. Take your time. As our truck left the city, we passed a demolished tank by the side of the road. Not long after, the driver said we were running low on fuel. Luckily for us, a gas station was not far, guarded by troops like all the others. We hopped out and watched our truck slowly make its way over. Everyone was relaxed and having a good time, chatting and laughing by the roadside, waiting for the truck to fill up and roll back around. Why do we all have to get out of the truck?
Because?
When the truck blows up, it's safer out here than it is in there. Damn, man. For foes hiding in the mountains, destroying a vehicle can be more valuable than taking lives. Don't scare the rookie, boss. It's a beautiful day, sunny and bright. Nothing bad is gonna happen. It does feel good to stand here and soak up the sun. You might even grow a little taller. Last month, our allies cleared out the nearby villages because they were supporting our enemies. So we have nothing to worry about, comrades. Relax and enjoy the sunshine. We've been blessed with a peaceful day, haven't we, brother Alexei? It's all thanks to your good fortune. Stay alert, Comrade Hassan. Keep your eyes on the mountains. Among us, Alexei was always the most on edge, while Hassan was the most relaxed. He didn't care whether I was a human or an arcanist. They only asked what unit I was in and where I served. But not one of them even glanced at my Red 38. Hello? A room of mass destruction over here. The ultimate right, they weren't even the least bit curious about that. Imagine if they saw Zeno's arsenal with flying carpets that breathe fire and ropes that seek out enemies. Your jaws would hit the sand. But none of that stuff is as good as my trusty broom. Before joining Zeno, I was begging on the streets of Jahalarat. Each day was either feast or famine, a roll of the dice. That's just how life was. So I laughed a lot. But then one day they came up to me and said, "Hey kid, you want to join the army? We'll feed you 3 meals a day." So I signed up. Chatty Hassan, always so talkative. Hassan's the one getting shot, isn't he? Loyalty is easily bought over here. All it took was 1 pair of boots, 2 bowls of pilaf, and 3 square meals a day. After that, people from Zeno taught me to read and write and told me all kinds of old stories.
But,
you know, just a friendly advice, be careful. It's okay to give gifts to the locals, but make sure you never take anything they give you. If you're lucky, it's poison. If not, it's a bomb. Yeah. Music boxes and dolls might just blow up in your hand. Excuse me. Did I scare you? No need to be afraid. Welcome to Jahalaret, Comrade Belia. May you live 100 years. I've heard all of that before. What do you think you're trying to spook? Who do you think you're trying to spook?
yes.
Yes, you're a brave one. You are. By the way, where did you serve before?
Oh.
She's like me, a student from Zeno. Air Force Reserves.
Wow.
A fledgling falcon, ready to spread her wings. Did you fly here on this broomstick? Hassan caressed my Red 38, gently patting its metallic casing.
That's awesome.
This thing, you sit on it and it really flies. That's the coolest thing ever, friend. Want me to show you? The curious crowd gathered around me, like spectators waiting for a show. The clear skies, mountain roads, and the valleys between the peaks were like a perfect runway.
Nice.
Go on, see if you really have the eyes of a hawk. Scout the mountains. We're counting on you. Roger that, Commander. Everyone cleared a path for me, and then my magnificent Red 38 and I took to the skies. There were cheers as I lifted off, or maybe they were gasps. There was nothing but mountains and trees out there, but it wasn't as barren as I thought. In the distance, a light was reflecting from the forest. The shepherds and villagers in the mountains seemed to have noticed me and looked my way from afar. I waved, but I doubt they saw that. After circling the mountains, I returned to the ground to save fuel. Can you take us on flying too? I've always wanted to see the sky. Hassan, man, you'd probably pee your pants.
Hey!
What are you talking about? Hassan's braver than a lion. What's a little flight to me? The lives that have fallen by my hand are more numerous than the sheep you've eaten for dinner.
It's ridiculous.
It's not something to brag about, Comrade Hassan. You know, after the war, you can fly back to the Zeno Arms Academy with us on a special plane.
Of course.
Yes, of course I will. That's what you promised, right, boss? Bertolt smiled and nodded and checked his watch again. He seemed uneasy. Sit next to me on the plane. I'll have a barf bag and stale crackers ready for your somersaulting stomach. Ah. Laughter erupted from the crowd. Hassan grinned too, showing his yellow teeth and crackling so hard that even Bertolt cracked a smile. Outside Juhalarat, the sun shone brightly as eagles glided across the blue sky. It did great. The truck was parked at the gas station, with a few people going about their business. It seemed like an easy job. We really are lucky this time, all thanks to our little comrade, the goddess of luck. No mines or bombs and no... He spoke too soon? Yep. That's how it goes. And jinxed it. A massive explosion erupts ahead, followed by two more in quick succession. That's the... something. I'd recognize that sound anywhere. One rocket, 3 blasts.
Everyone!
It's time for action, comrades. The shockwave from the explosion of the truck and gas station left my ears ringing. Couldn't hear a thing. But our comrades were quick to react. Hassan and 2 others had already found cover and started shooting up the hill. Alexei helped up a comrade who'd been knocked down by the blast, but thankfully they were a safe distance away. All in all, we lost a truck and a driver, nothing else. But now we were caught with our pants down and bullets started flying.
Shoot.
I just had to go and jinx us. How did they get their hands on those things?
I don't know.
By the humps of a stubborn camel, how should I know? See that guy up there? Shoot back, boys. Open your eyes and aim. Use sight the strong piece. That's a shift in personality there. We returned fire, but we were too far apart to hit each other. Despite the fierce exchange, none of us were injured in the slightest. It's an 8th generation portable rocket launcher developed by the Zeno Arms Academy and issued in the fall of '84. Believe me, these are some of the most intelligent rockets you'll ever see. Amidst the deafening roars of wind and screeching, these explosives never fail to find their target. I've played with these back at the academy. Powerful stuff, but luckily they're on one-offs and each one is a pain to cultivate. Seriously, how the hell did the enemy get their hands on those things?
Which means
So are you saying that Zeno's arcanum weapons have fallen into enemy hands? Good question. I wonder what really happened, comrade.
Nice.
It's a setup. It's a setup. We'll make note of that. There was more. They all had Zeno uniforms as well. We recently shipped a new batch of uniforms to the front lines as recorded by the logistics department. Some units have temporarily recruited local personnel to join their auxiliary forces. They needed Zeno's uniforms. A new batch of uniforms? No, that doesn't make sense. Hassan was still wearing his own clothes, and so were a bunch of other comrades. Traitors. Traitors. Hearing this, the interrogator turns to the clerk, who nods in understanding. Definitely traitors, right? They retreated, and the shooting stopped.
Everyone!
Is anyone hurt? Boss, all the radio equipment were on the truck, but now they're gone. The officer grimaces as he watches the smoke disperse. The truck and surrounding buildings continue to burn uncontrollably in the distance. The explosion was far from us, sir. The driver and the comrades at the gas station are gone, but our people here are unharmed. The soldiers regrouped, the most unfortunate among them sporting only a scratch on his arm. The good news is we survived unscathed. The bad news is we've now lost contact with the trapped party. Bertold forgot that he still had me. Was the distress signal on a military channel?
Yes.
An encrypted one. You have a plan, little falcon chick. The experimental navigation radar, a new gadget devised by Zeno's arcanist. Give it a try. You should be able to pick up a signal. Creatures in the radar are highly trained. Certain frequencies can activate their dormant minds, prompting them to react accordingly. Let me see that. The soldiers begin to murmur at the mention of arcanists. There it is. What happened? Why is the signal stopped in place? Might be unstable. It's still a prototype after all. Well, it's better than nothing.
Thank you.
We were fortunate to have you there, Comrade Lilia.
But
We no longer have a vehicle. You don't have wheels, use your legs. Are you scared, Brother Alexei? People have been traversing these mountains for thousands of years.
I believe.
He's right. Let's go. We'll follow where this thing goes. So off we went towards the billowing smoke of the gas station. The atmosphere had changed. There were no more jokes or laughter, just pairs of watchful soldiers, their eyes fixed on the hills. There's trees on that hill there. Maybe people there too. I wasn't wrong, comrade. We really are lucky to be alive. Let me give you some advice. I know it's going to sound morbid, but you'd best keep a bullet for yourself, little comrade. Damn. Rather jam my last bullet up an enemy's nostril. But seriously, don't get caught alive or you'll wish you died. Bullets are merciful things. A bang and you're gone. No pain at all. I've seen way too many soldiers in the infirmary wailing in pain. I remember the missing limbs, such a pitiful sight, lying in bed, calling out names, crying for their mothers. I noticed a glimmer of tears in his eyes, but he quickly composed himself and burst into a mischievous laughter. Those fiends torture their captives with blades coated in poison. I hear they have skilled arcanists who use cruel arts to leave their victims unable to live or die. For us here, blood is thicker than water. If someone hurts your family, you have to seek vengeance at any cost.
Oh,
You afraid yet? Even the city isn't safe. Just remember, my young friend, never take anything from someone you don't know. Even a lighter. Press it and boom, blow you to bits. Get lost with your scare tactics. You've already told me that.
mm-hmm.
Believe it or not, your choice. Okay. The old soldier shrugs and pulls a handful of roasted beans from his pocket.
Look at this.
You want some? They may be good, but they're still cold. My wife fried them with salt. They're tasty. So there we were, a group of survivors nibbling on chickpeas as we continued on our way. Just a few beans is enough. Indulge in too many and you'll be tooting like a tuba. Aha. Sky. As we passed the remains of the gas station, we all instinctively covered our faces from the thick, black smoke. We did not have the time to mourn.
Shh.
Maybe there are still survivors.
No way.
Impossible. Absolutely impossible. Nothing could have survived such an explosion. You would have been some kind of monster. You'd have to be some kind of monster. But Alexei did find a survivor. Where are you? Though she wasn't one of ours.
Hey!
Look over there. I think I see someone.
Stop there!
Alexei. Who is it? Alexei sprints ahead, too fast to be stopped. Bertolt quickly signals to follow. Are you alright, miss? Oh, bro is gonna get bombed. The woman lies on the ground, eyes wide with terror. Her calf is cut by broken stones, bleeding profusely. Or not. It looks like a frightened lamb, with a flock of unfortunate real lambs lying next to her, none spared by the explosion.
Calm down.
You're hurt. Stay calm, I'll take care of it. Alexei crouches down, pulls out a first aid kit, and carefully tends to the woman's wounds. The disinfectant will sting a bit, but don't worry, I'll stop the bleeding first. Your injury is manageable. I've practiced this at the academy before. I think I see blood. Yeah, no shit, dude. Alexei kneels beside her, gently cleansing the wound and using precious cotton swabs to apply medicine before carefully wrapping it in a bandage. As we caught up with Alexei and approached the scene, the woman became even more frightened at the sight of armed soldiers.
Listen.
She's from the hills. When Hassan sees the woman in local dress, he unslings his rifle, loads it, and points it at her. Oh boy.
Don't do this.
What are you even doing? She doesn't have a gun, and she's hurt. Alexei jumps up and stands in front of the gun, using his own body to shield the frightened woman behind him.
It's dangerous.
She comes from the hills, brother. There's a good chance she's a spy for them. Then, Anus? Hassan, please, she's just a simple herder caught up in this terrible war. She's injured and defenseless.
Oh dear.
Are you out of your mind? Think, brother Alexei, whatever is in your box is all that we have left. The explosion had taken their truck, driver, radio equipment, and all their first aid supplies. Listen to yourself. Are you telling me to leave her here to die? Just walk past the wounded lady on the roadside like she isn't even there. She could just be a herder passing through to trade, and now her sheep are gone, all thanks to that damn explosion. There are herbs in the hills that can stop bleeding, and my ancestors have been using them for centuries. She's a hill person. She can take care of herself. You really think she can survive through the hills with that injured leg?
Shoot.
Why do you have to be such a crazy do-gooder, Alexei? They were at each other's throats, but I didn't think Alexei was wrong at the time. Bertold stepped in to break it up.
Enough!
That's enough. I believe this lady can find her way home now. We have other matters to attend to. Time is ticking, comrades. Our fellow soldiers in the cave are still waiting for us. I'm not sure if we should leave a loose end like this, boss. What if one of her family members is an enemy of ours? You just say loose end. It'll have to be over my dead body, Hassan. That's enough. Put away your gun, Hassan. And Alexei, step away from her. Pack up the kit and medicine.
Friends.
She's a victim, just like us, nearly killed in the attack. Let's leave it at that. I can only hope you're right. Hassan sighs and slings his rifle back over his shoulder. If we were in the time of Nader Shah, our brother Alexei would have been a great knight. But now your kindness just might get us killed, Alexei. And your lack of empathy is killing Zeno and his future here, Hassan. After that, we continued on our way. Alexei followed closely behind Hassan, glancing back every few steps until the woman limped out of sight and into the mountains. Only then did he seem to relax. Our Alexei is a good man, maybe even better than some of the other good men I know. Hassan, on the other hand, was reliable and experienced. I couldn't help but wonder what he had been through. It was a long chapter. The Distrusted. His distrust of everything is precisely what makes him trustworthy. Bertolt, age. Shall we skip the formalities and get started, comrade? Let's not waste each other's time. The officer interrupts with soldier-like efficiency. The interrogator's face sours. He does not enjoy the disruption of his tiny sense of authority.
So...
How's our soldier faring in captivity? Can you give me a glimpse of the outcome, comrade? Private Alexei is calm, coherent, and cooperating with the interrogation. My role is only to interrogate. The verdict is up to the judiciary. But the judge is going to need you to provide the evidence.
No.
Yes, but the outcome is more up to you and your subordinates. My submission will be shaped by your narrative.
Calm down.
Fine. Rest assured you will learn what you want to know. By the way, how's the girl? Miss Lilia is in another room for questioning. Don't worry, we treat our trainees with care, especially since she's so young. Those who have experienced war and artillery fire can hardly be called young anymore. Personally, I agree with the sentiment, but that's a topic for another day. As you said, let's not waste time. The interrogator takes out another set of documents. The prisoner mentioned that you saved a local civilian after the explosion, which led to an argument. What happened after that? What happened between Private Alexei and the auxiliary soldier Hassan, both of whom were your subordinates?
It's nothing.
Nothing much, just an ordinary quarrel between comrades, like an everyday quarrel you might have with your wife. Honestly, you guys out here, assigned so far from the front lines, can sometimes get a little too... well, you know. Hearing this, the interrogator loosens his collar, revealing the scars on his neck and chest. 2 years ago, we were pulling out of the mountain pass. My squad was responsible for covering the rear and fending off pursuit. After the shooting subsided, only 2 of us survived in that valley. Myself and an officer I later carried back to base safely. That's the end of that story. The military discipline department is still waiting for our report. We need to wrap up this case quickly, as the higher ups expect us to work efficiently. The Admiral wants us to tighten the military discipline, and all the bases currently have problems with that our oversight team must solve. I am myself. You should understand that a bunch of armed thugs can't be called an army unless they're firmly bound by discipline and order. This is especially important when it comes to those unstable arcanists. Strictly speaking, interrogations like this should be handled by the interrogations department, but for the time being, we are tasked with this duty. We've been on the front lines. You've been on the front lines. We should understand Zeno's current predicament better than most. We've lost too many of our comrades in the storm.
Please
Continue, Lieutenant. The officer pauses for a moment, then speaks again. To retrieve the lost documents hidden in the valley, we ventured deep into the mountains, searching for our target. Such was the directive from the headquarters. In the mountains, Juhalarat. A month ago, we received an order to clear both sides of the road in the mountains. Leave not a single tree standing, but no one bothered to do it. So when we left the wilderness that followed a trail deeper into the forest, everyone was on high alert. We spoke little. The chirping of birds filled the silence, taking me back to those long summer days in Odessa. Elia's device guided us, but in that place, knowing the direction and finding an actual path were two different things.
Wow.
My hometown doesn't have nearly as many trees as this, my little comrade. I'm from Ryashki. You know the place, a cold, faraway little town that has a partnership with Zeno. Maybe it was because of this connection that I was chosen as a new recruit for advanced training at the Zeno Arms Academy. You never told me, Comrade Alexei. I thought you knew, sir. Didn't all of our files pass through your hands? You didn't know?
I'm sorry.
I don't pay much mind to these things, but Ryashki is a nice place. I've been there before.
Oh dear.
You've actually been there. Yeah, he was trying to screw your people over, man.
Yes.
Indeed, the people there are united, brave, and kind, forging a homeland that is both strong and splendid. It's not what it sounded like when he was there. That's wonderful. Truth be told, it's been years since I've been home. Oh, it's gone. In 2 months, you'll be able to take your leave and return home. Ryashki's thriving now, and I'm sure your mother has been eagerly waiting for your arrival. She's always worried about me, sending letters and money, but I don't need the money. The letters are more important. My father thinks she's overreacting. Having a son on the front lines is an honor. The mother shouldn't worry so much. All the men in our family have served. My father was also in Zeno's forces, but he retired a few years ago after returning from Prague. And my grandfather was a war hero. He earned his medals in Bialystok. When talking about home and family, Alexei's face lights up with a bright smile. Your whole family is incredible, Alexei.
Of course.
Yes, and we have never compromised our principles, from my grandfather to my father to me, and hopefully to my future son. He blushes at this point, looking a bit timid. Zeno is truly grateful for you and your father's service, Alexei.
No.
Service? No, Commander. We call it allegiance. Our loyalty is eternal. Alexei is a young man of unshakable convictions, untainted by the various vices of the barracks. He is committed to changing the locals' hostility towards us, because in order for Zeno to maintain a long-term presence there, fostering good relations with the locals is essential. In the grand scheme of things, his approach is correct. There's no grand scheme. Family, country, and military. He is loyal to these old-fashioned ideals, and that is precisely what we need. In these turbulent times, comrade, a brave and loyal heart shines brighter than 1,000 suns. Yo, dude, the army's pretty chill. You can listen here. Something. Oh no. Yeah, the army is everyone's gonna die. There's no way they're not, man. But he's simply too young, too impetuous and naive. The city is not gone at this moment. Wait, the city isn't gone? Because I thought at the start... Oh, wait. Okay, so present day it's gone. But we're in the past. Right, you're right. Okay, so at this current point in time, right, Ashki still exists as we know it. Boss. We remain vigilant. The fearless Hassan was leading the way with comrades from the region. They seemed to know every hill and tree in the area. Recruiting local auxiliaries was a wise move. These amicable local allies have done much for Zeno and deserve proper recognition. There's only one path forward. We better be careful. Want me to take a look from the sky?
Wait.
Don't, comrade. If you fly up there and a gun is pointed at you down here, you'll be an easy target. My people have hunted eagles in these mountains here for thousands of years. The Red 38 is no bird. Are you giving your people too much credit, or are you doubting my ability to fly?
Listen.
Hassan's right. Don't expose yourself unnecessarily. Stay behind the group near Alexei and cover your rear. Lilia grumbles but obeys the order and returns to the back of the group. Doesn't it seem a bit too quiet, boss? The wind roars into the distance, sweeping through the entire valley. Hassan kicks a pebble off a cliff, watching it land in a riverbed below the mountains. In the distance, a majestic mountain peak shines in all its glory, its snowy top sparkling under the blazing Jahalarat sun. Mighty Hindu Kush, where even eagles dare not fly. I'd prefer it if I had a few locals to chat with. Slow down, boss. I'll take a few men ahead. You follow. Hassan gestures and calls out in the local tongue. The few locals from the auxiliary force follow him. Bro, they are gonna get backstabbed right now. They were adept at mountain warfare, but they clung to their own firearms, unaccustomed to Zeno's arcanum weaponry. These comrades from Jahalarat were more resilient than other soldiers, and they knew the importance of obedience. Hassan seemed well respected by them.
Why?
Why do they get to go to the front? I can do that too. They know the area, man.
Because?
Because they know the terrain, and you don't. Just follow your orders, Alexei. Are we headed in the right direction, little falcon chick? Take out your arcanum trinket and give it a look. About 2 kilometers to go. In a straight line. Right. It'll take about 2 hours on foot. There's nothing but mountains here, and if not mountains, then trees, and if not trees, then rocks. And if not rocks, then people. The front lines are not the front lines are not that glorious, man. You don't want to be up there. Our people, their people. Comrade Lilia pointed the way as Hassan cleared the path ahead. We made our way over the hill and continued on a dirt road between the mountains. After a narrow pass, flanked by rock walls, the mountain trail became more winding, but ahead we were greeted by houses and watchtowers. Settlement? It was then gunfire erupted from both the front and rear of our formation.
Watch out!
All hands, battle positions. Oh, there's actually a combat thing here, damn. That's crazy. Oh, no.
Look at my back.
Oh. You see that, boss? They're wearing our uniforms. How is that possible? Quit yapping and get rid of them. All men, battle formations. Alright. I would say we're fucked right now.
Fine. Wanna watch the aerial stunt? Fine. Right wing. A little trick. Don't blink.
That's one down list. Why? Why? We have a man down, boss. We have 2 men down. We're laying it on heavy if this keeps up. What, are you giving up already? Help the injured and get him out of here. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen.
ВДВ. Сколько побед?
Swallow my exhaust.
Damn. There's way too many enemies. Don't get caught up with them here. Alexei, Lilia, you two fall back and clear a path. There's a village up ahead. San, stay with me and cover our rear. What's up? I'm here. I'll follow into the story. Oh, welcome in, Pebbles. We are chapter 4, I believe, in the Anecdote. We've gone into the mountains and we just got ambushed by the city. And I'm about to get like absolutely shafted here. I don't know how I'm supposed to win this. I'm assuming this is one of those fights that you don't win. But we'll see.
Fine. A little trick.
Because I mean, there's like 5 additional characters here. There's no goddamn way.
Haven't you eaten?
Oh, okay. There you go.
Red 38
Is yapping an
about to
actual word? I thought it
return.
was slang. Yapping is an actual word. It's just been co-opted at this point by the youth. But no, it is actually a term that people used to use and still use now, I guess. Hassan. And it even means the same thing. It's just slang, man. Before Hassan can react, a shot splatters the eye that was aimed directly at him. Ooh. Alexei's quick reflexes and exceptional marksmanship saved his comrades just in time.
Watch out!
Watch your back, Comrade Hassan.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Alexei, thank you. One of our comrades has been hit. Yelling in local language. It hurts so much. Brother. Hassan tries to save a comrade caught between 2 enemies, but his hand is too slow. The curved blade cuts through a familiar face before Hassan's eyes, revealing a jumble of red and white. It then slashes downwards, nearly missing his fingers. Oh. Don't let their blades touch you. Bring it on. Let's see what you've got. In a chaotic skirmish like this, Lilia has a clear advantage. We can fly. The enemy won't have a chance to lift their heads to see her. Her comrades will make sure of that. You're next. Seriously, how do more of these guys keep popping up?
Hurry up!
Lilia, push forward and clear the way. We're retreating to the village ahead. Alexei, go cover her on the ground. There are a few taking aim at her.
Copy that!
Roger that. Now the commander signal Alexei and Lilia lead the way, with the rest following closely behind. Hassan and Bertolt are in the rear, ready to provide cover. Comrade Lilia's heroism saved us from the ambush, but the battle was incredibly grueling because of the narrow terrain. We even drew daggers and sabers like the fierce warriors of old who fought alongside the Shah, engaging the enemy in close combat. Forced by the situation, we had to retreat forward, fighting as we went, and sadly leaving some of our comrades behind. Wait, Commander, brother, friend, please. Oh, they actually... Don't leave us behind. Hassan. Hassan. Boss, should we... Hassan looked at me. I knew he didn't want to leave those men behind. I also knew he didn't want them to fall into enemy hands alive. Sporadic gunfire fills the air while a painful silence hangs between Hassan and Bertolt.
No way.
There's simply too many of them. We were unable to reach our comrades who were too far behind, and even if we could, they wouldn't have made it home alive. Oh, the crocodile asshole. Yeah, he is here. He's actually been more fleshed out in the last few chapters. Very surprising. We were unable to reach our comrades and made home alive. Sometimes war forces you to do things you have no say over. because you simply have no other options. Do it, Hassan.
I see.
Understood. Oh, they got bombs on him, don't they? What is... Okay, you just shot him? Sometimes that last bullet we save for ourselves may well come from a comrade's gun. Oh. Is that why he shot him? Why, Alexei shot someone? The wounded captives, especially those under Hassan, would have been seen as traitors and faced a cruel fate. The enemy caught up to us from behind, their guns aimed at us for a final attack. Hassan and I shot back. Their numbers were overwhelming, but we kept firing until they trudged over the bodies of their own dead comrades. The natives of Juhalarat were exceptional marksmen. They don't ask which animal to shoot, just which eye you want them to hit. Fortunately, Comrade Lilia returned just in time to detonate a bomb, stopping the enemy's pursuit with shattered rocks. The rubble buried both our fallen soldiers and theirs. Lilia takes off her goggles and lands on the ground as the broom's flame goes out. I hope I'm not too late. Timing couldn't have been better. The boss and I would have been finished. Thank you, comrade.
How is it going?
We won't catch up for a good while. What's the situation ahead? There's a village, deserted. Everyone's fled. Understandable, understandable. Who wouldn't run at the sound of gunfire? There's a couple houses that nobody's lived in for a while. Something happened here not long ago. Not surprising for a place like this. And Alexei and the others? They've cleared a room and are retreating the wounded.
Nice.
Good. Let's head there. There was a watchtower in the village, but it was unclear who built it for defense. Oh, this is the scene from DK's Anecdote, I believe. Bullet holes riddled the walls, evidence of a past battle. Painful screams came from the houses, sounds I knew well from the halls of military hospitals on makeshift operating tables. Comrade Lilia seemed a bit unsettled, but she'll get used to these experiences in time. Don't move, comrade. You'll be over soon. I know it hurts a little. But you're a man, aren't you? So bear with it. How's it looking, Alexei?
I'm sorry.
Not great. We've lost 5 men. 3 soldiers are seriously injured, and the rest have a range of other wounds. We're running out of bandages and medicine. We can tear up clothes to use as bandages, but the blood will seep through, and we're almost out of hemostatic agents. Alexei's guilt-burdened eyes look away. He is now paying for his earlier kindness. The first aid kit is almost empty. The table is littered with stained bandages and disinfectant tools.
Now?
We need to call for reinforcements. Until they arrive, waiting here is the best recourse. And what about the comrades we were supposed to rescue on this mission? Do we have time to look for them, sir? The officer is troubled, wrestling with the dilemma at hand.
That's right.
Comrade Lily is right. We can't just leave the wounded here. If they continue to lose blood... Alexei will stay here to tend to the wounded. Hassan will take a few who can still move to guard the watchtower. And come, Lilia, let's talk. Just the 2 of us. We have everything. How many chapters are on this thing? I'm assuming 8. Yeah, 8. Okay. Your friends will be your demise. Your mistakes will be your demise, my friend. We have everything. We were forced to retreat to the village. The brave soldiers who bought us precious time. We must not forget their names.
I see.
Understood, Lieutenant. Submit a report later listing the fallen soldiers for Zeno to review. Their families will be well taken care of. Bertolt sighs with relief, a faint smile playing on his lips.
Mm-hmm.
What happened next? What did you discuss with Lilia? I tried to call for reinforcements. The base responded quickly, but transporting personnel and equipment takes time. Time. I see. Continue. I briefed Lilia on the priorities of the mission. Documents. So what's our next move? Are we hitting the skies or the slopes?
You should...
We should know what our mission is. To rescue the team members and retrieve some mysterious Arcanum documents when we get the chance.
That's right.
Correct, but I need you to adjust the priorities of these two tasks. What's that now?
Which means...
I mean, you need to swap the order of these two tasks. Prioritize the Arcanum documents first, then rescue any stranded personnel if you happen to get the chance. You what? She was surprised. They may already be dead. How long has it been since your device has received a new signal? None. Radio silence since the first message. I don't think the equipment is faulty, but it's been several hours since the last distress call. Either they're pinned down somewhere and can't move, or they've met their tragic end. Do the others know about this priority switch? No, they don't need to know. Right as I said that, she punched me in the nose. She had to do a little hop. The officer staggers back, blood trickling from his nose. She's stronger than she looks. Liar.
Shoot.
You really packed a punch with that one, little falcon. You don't trust them, and you don't trust me.
No.
No, I trust you and Alexei. And the others? I trust their loyalty and their fighting ability.
But...
They don't need to know any of this. Neither does Alexei. He'd tell everyone. As will I. She clenches her fist, still wanting to land another blow on her superior's face. No sacrifice will be made in vain, Comrade Leo. You youngsters sure mature quickly when you've tangoed with death. Leah looked too young here. Does Zeno seriously? You should. I feel like at this point they don't really have a choice. Like after the first storm, everything was fucked. I imagine they were probably like they had him in the school, yeah, but like prior to the storm. But now they're just all hands on deck, right? Whoever can fight will fight, is my assumption. In other words, your squad had two objectives at a time: to recover the Arcanum documents and rescue the relevant team members.
That's right.
Correct. This mission came directly from the Admiral's office. Hearing this, the interrogator turns and signals the clerk to leave the room. Now there's just one other person in the room.
Now?
Let's talk about these documents. Lieutenant, what could possibly justify the sacrifice of so many soldiers to retrieve them? He picks up the pen and waits.
Please.
Please maintain your candor, Lieutenant. Speak. You wanted to go, or she... Yeah, I mean, she volunteered for the mission to begin with, so I mean... The children yearn for work, yeah, man. Put those kids to work, let's go. Bertolt takes a deep breath and resumes his account. My mission was to find and retrieve the descendants of an ancient Arcanist family who were lost in the Central Asian region before the storm arrived. Was the source of this intel reliable?
I don't know.
But my orders were clear. Maybe it was some kind of deal between the higher-ups and them. Zeno soldiers were deployed here as mercenaries, receiving compensation for their services. Equipment, funds, personnel, access to local bases, and information about Arcanists. In the wake of the storm, we were under immense pressure to rebuild the Arms Academy. To secure resources, we had to do questionable things that ultimately tarnished our name.
That's...
Necessary evils. I understand. Go on. In 1964, the French conducted an excavation at the ruins of Ai-Khanum in the north. It was an ancient Hellenistic city lost under the sands of Inner Asia for nearly 2,000 years. Some of the artifacts were sent to Paris and some to the local museum. Then, war broke out. After the city was occupied, a batch of documents was secretly smuggled out and hidden in the mountains. Since the spring of this year, our people have been discreetly searching for these documents, and finally, we have a lead on them.
Please.
Go on. What does this batch of documents contain? Treasures of the Aegean Sea. Family tree, maps, diaries, archives, and epitaphs belonging to a family of Western Arcanists who settled in Central Asia. It is an incredible adventure spanning thousands of miles and over the course of 2 millennia. Their forebears rode with the most Macedonian god king as he conquered the known world. After the king's violent death, they shifted allegiances among several successors. When the one-eyed general triumphed in Gabiane, these fickle and war-loving veterans became part of his forces. What the fuck is he talking about? A volatile, unpredictable army. No wise man would ever grasp that blade without a hilt. After that, the Arcanists within the army were sent east with their old comrades, gradually fading into the mountains and the annals of history. Treasures from Piron. I was thinking of Piron as well, but it doesn't really make sense, right? Because the Aegean Sea, yes, but like, what's this whole thing about, like, Westerners coming to the east? But they did not disappear. These bellicose descendants of Arcanists later merged with the rising Sogdian tribes, and continued to thrive along the desert trade routes for centuries. Facing their ancestors' shadows, they stumbled upon the ancient city of Ai-Khanum and set up a small Arcanist commune nearby. But as fate would have it, the early centuries' penchant for war scattered them once more. The mission was to track down and bring back the descendants of this tribe, with these documents serving as vital clues. Zeno needs these Arcanists. Yeah, we're looking for more soldiers then. The officer takes several gulps of hot water, seemingly anxious about revealing the truth. Have you told Lily about all this?
Yes.
Yes, she's in the loop, as I told you earlier.
Nice.
Okay, I see. Interrogator presses a button under the table and the clerk steps back into the room, resuming her place.
Please.
Continue, Lieutenant. What happened next? I look for some things that you mentioned in the tribe. Is true. Oh, like this tribe actually existed, the one we're talking about. I'm guessing it's a reference to some actual, like, war-like people. That's my guess. Are we really risking so many lives for just a few measly cottontails? 800,000 lives are once sacrificed for just 10 kilometers of land. No, that's not quite the right comparison. That was a foolish battle. Sacrifice is necessary if the result is worth it, little falcon. Greater good. It's always the greater good. Are you willing to sacrifice yourself?
Yes.
I am. The officer pulls out his gun without hesitation, prepared for what he knows is coming. What do you want me to do now? Just understand the priorities of our mission and never forget them. Lilia clenches her fist and spits on the floor. Yes, sir. I understand your frustration, but a mission is a mission, and orders are still orders.
But
Besides, we need to think about what to do next. We have a lot of wounded to take care of. Just then, Alexei burst through the door, eyeing the two from a distance. Sir, you're bleeding, and what's with the gun? I fell. It was nothing. Yeah, fell onto my fist. And he's covering for you, come on. What? Don't worry about it. What's the matter, Alexei? Children in this game actually stand on business. That's crazy, yeah, man. The kids are very capable. He tucks his gun into his coat and wipes the blood from his lip. I guess you kind of have to be when the world's ending, you know?
Let me think.
Earlier, Hassan mentioned herbs in these mountains that can stop bleeding. Maybe I can go find some while we're going on a side quest if that's what's happening.
It's dangerous.
It's too dangerous to go alone. Besides, you don't know the lay of the land. The lay of the land. I can come. What are you all talking about? Let old Hassan in on it, eh? This guy... I feel like this guy is a traitor. I feel like he's a traitor. Hassan should know the way. Way? What way? I'm not catching your drift. Alexei and I are thinking of fetching some herbs. We're running low on medicine.
Oh,
That could work. You know these mountains well.
of course.
Like the back of my hand. I was scampering about these slopes before I could even talk. Settles it. Let the three of us give it a try, sir. The officer hesitates. Having more helpful hands would have certainly made things easier, but the war and the storm have cost us dearly. I'd planned to wait for reinforcements before moving out, but time was ticking and dusk was closing in. Someone definitely dying this trip, yep. Spending the night there was out of the question, so I gave these brave soldiers the permission to go. I mean, it's gotta be his son, right? Because Alexei's still alive in the present. Alright, you have 2 hours. Feel like get back before the sun sets behind that mountain, or you're on your own. How are the wounded, Alexei? We've done all we can. I gave the last of the medicine to the others, and now I have an empty box that can hold a lot. What are we waiting for? Time's a wasting, fellas. Just the three of us, ready to take on the world. Stay tuned for our epic success. I feel like he's gonna take this opportunity. If he's a traitor, he's gonna do something now. Bring your radar, Lilia, and if you happen to come across our lost comrades along the way, retrieve them. You got it. They set off, and I was left there to wait. Wait for reinforcements, for their return, or perhaps for the enemy's vengeance. Or you know what? If he's not a traitor, chances are he gets caught and, what's his face? Alexei is forced to shoot him. You know, as a mercy. He calmly lowers his head and pauses for a moment. Before long, I went to look for them. As soon as I heard gunshots on the road, I followed the sound with our men, but it was too late. Yep. Yep. You and us. Didn't trust yet. Trust was never given to us. Not once. Oh, it's a fight.
Mm-hmm.
So Lieutenant Bertold briefed you on the real objective, and then you, Alexei, and Hassan teamed up to carry out an independent operation. Is that correct? It's not auto. Yes?
Nice.
Very well. We'll corroborate your account with Alexei's and Bertold's. And you hitting the lieutenant, that really happened. Yep, I socked him good. I was gonna go for round 2, but then Alexei waltzed in and it wouldn't have been good form to deck your CEO in front of the lads. The interrogator struggled to stifle his chuckle. You've certainly got spirit, Comrade Lilia. Go on then, what happened next? What did you three run into? After gearing up, Hassan led the way, Alexei and I followed. The three of us headed deeper into the mountains. In the mountains to Hollerad.
Watch out!
Watch your step, friends. Don't let the thorns prick you. Can't believe you grew up in a place like this, Comrade Hassan. Man, you grew up in the snow. That's why I eventually left for the city to seek a different life. I was the first from our village to go to the city. I've always been something of a pioneer, you know? He radiates with pride, a mountain-born maverick, unyielding and audacious. We trekked through the mountains and wilderness, moving from tree to tree and slope to slope. We struggled to keep up with Hassan, whose nimble and sure movements resembled that of a mountain goat.
Hey!
Keep up. Am I going too fast, comrades? Should we take a breather?
No!
Breather, not a chance. Our comrades are waiting. Keep moving. I'm fine. Whenever there's fighting, the locals hide until it calms down, and then they come out. More daring might strip the dead. A simple canteen can be a valuable find for a struggling family. This place is unbelievably poor. Poor people have their ways. After all, this is a life we were all born into. It was like this before you came, and it will be like this after you leave. The words leave Alexei disoriented, as if his passion had been poured onto the lifeless stones here, only to be met with indifference.
Wait.
Stop. Hear that?
Hmm?
Hmm? They stop. Lilia takes out the radar and checks their position. They are getting closer to the signal.
Shh.
Listen carefully, comrades. It's a faint woman's voice. Oh, bro, shooter. It's the same one, shooter. You have the ears of a fox, boy, because I don't hear anything.
Look!
That way. Move it. Someone might be able to help us with herbs. Bro, this guy. This fucking guy.
Hey!
Slow down. Like, how do you know they're not an enemy, man? I ran after them. Alexei sprinted into the distance, reaching the edge of the forest.
Great.
It's you. I never expected to see you again. Oh my. Are you okay? Looks like you can walk now. Hassan, does she understand what I'm saying? Hassan chambers his gun and cautiously approaches the woman.
Please.
Not this again, Hassan. We saved her before and she's unarmed just like last time. Oh, this guy. Hassan seems to have a deep distrust of the mountain people. I guess they marked him a traitor, you know? Working for Zeno and all. The armed man approaches, speaking the local dialect. He questions the woman, who utters a few words for him to translate. She needs money because her sheep were blown up. If you can pay her, she can help you find who you're looking for. How does she know we're looking for someone? Hassan relays Lilia's message to the woman. She speaks and gestures, tears falling as if both crying and not crying. She saw people dressed like you enter the cave yesterday, several of them. They were injured and her sister is caring for them. She was too terrified to tell anyone. I don't trust her, because the enemy would never spare her or her sister if they found out. After the mission, she could come back to the base with us. Wouldn't be hard for her to find work in the city. Stop it with your excessive kindness, Brother Alexei, I'm begging you. If what she says is true, then Zeno is in her debt. What do you think, little comrade? Hassan shirked the decision to me. My heart softened for a second, I guess, and I agreed with Alexei. I should still have some money on me. Rummaging his pockets, he pulls out a crumpled local banknote and hands it to the woman. She hesitates, not wanting to accept. Is she ashamed to take our money? Oh man, you don't accept anything from anyone. No, what you're giving her is worthless paper. Oh, over here you'll have to give her some real money. Oh man, guess I'll handle this. Hassan reluctantly retrieves a crumpled bill from the sole of his shoe and hands it to the woman, uttering a few words.
Now
She'll guide us. Averting her eyes from Alexei, the woman limps ahead. He wants to talk to her, but they can't get past the language barrier. You see, Hassan, being kind to the locals does pay off. With the support of the locals, Zeno's work here will be much smoother in the future. She's leading us the right way. In the right direction, at least. We're getting closer to the signal. Will we find any herbs in the cave, Comrade Hassan?
yes.
Yes, but not many. These plants prefer sunlight, so they should be mostly near the entrance and in the general vicinity.
Great.
Good. It seems we can accomplish 2 objectives with 1 action. The young man is pleased that his earlier deeds have borne fruit. Good deeds are rewarded and evil deeds are punished. He firmly believes this. The cave is the one. The 4 of them walk to the slope outside the cave, where several shell casings lie scattered about. This is from a night's anecdote. The woman speaks with Hassan briefly before limping into the cave by herself. She's asking us to wait while she confirms there's no one else inside. Does she live around here? We didn't see any villages on the way here.
I'm not sure that.
Who knows? She could be a refugee from anywhere. War is everywhere these days. Not even the mountain is spared from its chaos. And women have particularly suffered in these tumultuous times. My wife was a refugee who fled from the north. We met after her escape and we got married. She is such a good woman. Hassan spoke of his wife with the same pride as Alexei spoke of his family. We waited for a few more minutes at the cave entrance. We waited. What if this is a trap? What if she took my money and ran? That's my hard-earned cash. When we get back, you two better vouch for me. I have friendly cash for this mission. Zeno should reimburse me. Just then, the woman came back out. She scoped around carefully before signaling for us to hurry over. San led the way. Alexei was in the middle and I covered the rear. We entered the cave, flashlight in hand. Hassan was very cautious. He handed the flashlight to Alexei, took out his gun, and followed the woman closely. Better stay sharp. There was a fight here. The ground was littered with bodies and splatters, some of the dead stripped of their coats and boots. These were our guys. The enemy wouldn't be caught dead with these metal tags on their belts. Were the ones who shot at us wearing the clothes they took from here? Yep.
Yes.
Most likely. Why can't I hear anyone else around? It's a trap.
That's weird.
It's odd. Our people wouldn't just leave their comrades behind. Hassan wanted sound, and sound he got. Fucking gunshot. As we hit a fork in the cave, the woman let out a sudden yell and ran into the shadows. Okay. I later learned the meaning of the word she kept yelling. Revenge. This can't be happening. Yep. Hassan pulled the trigger, the woman fell, and we were under fire. Yeah, man. Alexei's gonna get us fucking killed.
Look at my back.
Well, you were right. Someone did die on this mission. The woman got shot. Stop fucking thinking and focus. Come on, man. Take the shot. Damn it. It's on your leg. Yeah, we're shooting a song. That's why Alexei's on trial right now.
Wanna watch the aerial stunts? Don't blink. A little trick. Oh.
One round was fine.
Weather. Wanna watch the aerial stunts? Swallow my exhaust.
875. That should be all of them. I still have to win this one. That's crazy. Shoot the bodies in the head to make sure they're dead. He's right. Do it, Alexei. Damn.
Red 38 is about to return.
A bullet can end a life in an instant with the pull of a trigger faster than thought. It was a less than ideal victory. Getting shot in the leg fucking hurts. San grips his leg, bloodied by a bullet. Luckily, the bullet only grazed your leg and missed any major arteries. Alexei inspects the wound, relieved to find it less severe than he thought. Can you walk, Comrade Hassan? I can give him a hand. It hurts, but it's no big deal. I don't need a crutch. They didn't take the dog tags. We'll have to collect our brother's tags. You can't forget them. Hassan's face was stricken with sorrow as he yanked tags with his comrades' names from their bodies. Okay, so he's not a traitor then. Alright. He stumbled while bending over, falling onto a corpse. Let me help you, Comrade Hassan. No, this is my responsibility. I was the one who brought them out of the village and to this camp. I was the one who shared Zeno's meals with them. Had it not been for the hired mountain folk, Zeno would have struggled to get anything done in that place. When the boss comes with reinforcements, we have to bring them all back. We can't leave them dead here in this cave. It was when I had a feeling that either Alexei or myself would be the one to carry back Hassan's tag. Or maybe it would be Hassan to carry back ours. I remember the scene at the Juhallarat airport before takeoff. We saw black metal coffins being unloaded from a transport plane, each with a tulip on top.
Wait.
How many were shooting at us just now? 3. Did you finish off their bodies with the headshots?
Of course.
I did. No, wait, only 2 bodies were there. Bro, how do you keep fucking up?
Shoot.
One got away. Don't let your guard down. Even if he does get away, he'll croak before he gets far.
It's dangerous.
Just stay alert, little comrade.
Now?
What now? Go back or go deeper? Considering this was a trap, probably go back. We're close to... Oh, okay. We're closer to the distress signal. Our comrades are somewhere in this cave. But there is no way. They're fucking dead. There is no way. Is it a retrieval of allies or a retrieval of bodies? Hassan solemnly takes his money back from the woman's corpse. Net 0, man. The blood-soaked bills return to their place, nestled between Hassan's torn sock and the sole of his shoe. Don't forget to remind Zeno to reimburse me when we get back, comrades. After Hassan got his money back from the woman, he didn't leave right away. Picked up something else from the ground. It's an actual picture of actual people. He stared at it for a while and tucked it into his pocket. His expression was haunting, a blend of regret and other emotions I didn't quite understand. Alexei stooped down to help him stand, and Hassan accepted his kindness without protest for once. Are you alright, Comrade Hassan?
Of course.
I'm fine. Let's go. A limp in your gait doesn't determine your fate. Where does Hassan learn these sayings anyway? It sounded exactly like something Alexei would say. We explored deeper into the dark maze of the cave, our flashlights guiding the way. The battle had left us exhausted and silent, moving real slow. Hassan was collecting the tags of every comrade we found. They find corpses with pus-filled wounds, flies feeding on the sickly yellow discharge. Ugh. Ugh. That wicked, evil poison. Hassan closed the eyes of each body. Whether they were friend or foe. Yep. Yep. And Alexei is absolutely gonna get us fucking killed, man. A black tulip. From the dust he came, into the dust he will return. I've got a really bad feeling about all this.
Calm down.
Your wound is just a scratch, nothing serious. We'll fix you up in no time once we get back to base. Some of our fallen comrades were still in their Zeno uniforms, lying deep in the cave. Next to them was a knife and another body, with arrows drawn in blood on the wall.
Look at this.
Look at that wall. Something scribbled on it. Alexei's flashlight swings through the bloodstains on the rocky walls.
That's...
Their directions, telling us how to navigate the cave. What if this is another trap? Can't hear anyone. You know the way through this cave, Hassan. I used to, but now we've turned it into a maze. All these forks and newly dug nooks. I'm lost. Guess we'll trust these arrows as a final gesture of support from our comrades. Let's go. They continue deeper into the cave, Alexei supporting Hassan with one hand while holding the flashlight in the other. A soft breeze caresses their faces. Are we getting any closer? Yep. And these marks must have been left by your own comrades. Horrifying, all of this blood. Several gruesome battles were fought here. Our people, the enemy's people, all lay sprawled on the ground. I heard a story once about a tough guy who went into a maze on some island. He killed the Minotaur down there and followed a ball of thread given to him by a princess to find his way out. Yeah. And our guiding thread, the dried smears on the walls. Let's follow them. These markings could be signs left by comrades who couldn't break out. Keep your ears peeled, brother Alexei. One of them slipped away. Don't let him get the drop on us. You can count on me. I don't know if we can, man. We saw lots of little stone statues in the cave. Placed on chiseled pedestals, all weathered, some splattered with blood. And it gave me the creeps. 1, 2, 3. Hassan counted the tags in hand, saying each name out loud. Including our losses, 16 souls in all.
Shoot.
Damn it all. They will not be forgotten. Forgotten? What difference does it make if we remember them? Will that be enough to bring them back to life? Once the commander gets here, we'll transport the bodies back. They will all be granted dignified funerals. Funerals? They're just shows for the living to see. I don't know why, but Hassan was really worked up. Maybe it's because all his friends are dead. Meanwhile, Alexei climbed up, and so we followed the arrows on the wall deeper into the darkness. There's light up ahead. We came to a fork in the road. It was dark on both sides, but there was a draft blowing through. The marks end here. There was this huge statue standing there holding a fire. Flames flicker off the eyeless statue, casting shadows down the long, dark passage. Left or right? We could check out one side and then double back to the other. I choose left. There's a draft coming from the left. Can't you feel it? Lilia's hair flutters gently to the right. That could lead to an exit for all we know. Dude, how many passable paths are there in this place? Can your device help us navigate through here? I'm afraid not. We're close, but it's not accurate enough to give us a precise location.
Okay.
Then let's go the way you suggested. Following the path led us to a room-like space with wind flowing through a hole above. There were barrels, beds, and everyday items scattered about, as if someone lived here. Looked like our fallen comrades had fought there not long ago. The blood was still wet on their equipment. Seems like none of the stuff we're looking for is here.
Hmm?
What are we looking for? These comrades here are already. No, it's not them. Something else. Like what? A pile of arcanum texts. These courageous comrades must have found what Zeno needed. That's why Trouble found them in this cave. Funeral really just shows for the living to see. The right way of living is something they can only learn. Yeah, I mean, they're dead, right? What are they gonna do? They're not gonna know. That's why Trouble found them in this cave. Bertolt brought us here to find them, but where are they?
Wait.
Hold on, weren't we here to save our trapped comrades? Oh, Lexi, don't worry about it. If they're still alive, we'll save them if we happen to get the chance. Unfortunately, they were too late. Yep. I mean, what did you expect, really? Come on.
What?
We happened to get the chance. That's not what the commander said. Our priority is to save lives. Bertolt told me these orders came from high above.
That's too far.
He didn't tell us anything. I don't know. I guess he had his reasons. A silence falls between the three of them. The dead can't be saved. We got here too late. Fine, let's find the stuff. Got any idea what they look like? No, but they could be books or sheets of paper. And where are they hidden? In this cave, I guess, where our friends found them and paid the price. Or else Bertolt wouldn't have deployed one team at the expense of another. The deal wouldn't be worth it. Are our lives merely calculations of worth? I mean, kind of, yeah, man.
It's ridiculous.
I'm going to ask him about this face to face. While Alexei and I talked, Hassan quickly tended to the dead. More and more tags filled his pockets. Let's look around here, Alexei. Keep an eye on the cave entrance. There are still enemies nearby. He was really upset. Fine, hurry it up. We have to report this to Bertolt fast. Curse those arcanists to hell. Damn. He muttered something unsavory, but we ignored it and continued to search for what we each needed. For me, that meant turning over rocks and cabinets to find the documents Bertolt wanted. For Hassan, it meant checking the bodies, feeling their pockets, and waist for metal tags. What could possibly be worth risking so many lives for? Something valuable to Zeno. That's what I was told.
Shoot.
Are we being thrown into this mission as pointless, expendable sacrifices, just like our fallen comrades here? I don't think anyone is seen as pointless sacrifice. That would be illogical. This is not about being logical. He shouldn't have lied to us. I don't know, man. The way he's reacting, he probably should have lied harder. He didn't lie.
Enough.
But he didn't tell us everything either. Is withholding the truth the same as lying? The answer hinges on the objective. Soldiers only need to know their duty, not the reasons behind it. I disagree.
It's nothing.
That's fine. You have the right to disagree and keep it to yourself. Plenty of others feel the same way you do.
But
But at the end of the day, people still have to follow orders. And these people are all Zeno's finest soldiers, and one day you too will be among them. Your life became a number the moment your birth certificate was made, Alexei. Yeah, man. I don't know what you're thinking, really. You join the military, you're fucked. Is Bertolt one of them?
I believe
Lieutenant Bertolt is one of the most important pillars of Zeno Arms Academy today. I have complete faith in him. But he's a big shot, huh? See more than that. There's the soldiers like Hassan and Alexei who risk everything at the front that keeps Zeno going. The interrogator does not answer, but gives Lily a look of approval. In the heat of my argument with Alexei, I forgot all about Hassan. Who could have foreseen what happened next? There was no one else in the cave, and Alexei's flashlight was pointed at the way in. I was looking at Alexei in the darkness that was behind him. But then it happened behind me. That is it, little comrade. They're under this comrade here. The body's still warm. Hassan called to us, and when I turned around, what I saw was something I'll never forget. Oh, what are you doing? The corpse was alive, dressed in our comrade's clothes. He stuck a poison blade into Hassan's waist and dragged it all the way up to his throat. Yeah. It was a terrifying wound.
Whoa.
Alright, Hassan. Alexei was quick. He pulled out his pistol and fired 2 shots. One through the forehead and one through the eye. The corpse was now truly dead. Hassan lay flat on his stomach, gasping for air. Alexei leapt to him and helped him roll over. At this point, the poison doesn't even matter. This guy's been gutted like a fish. Hassan. He was in unbearable agony as the wound split open with alarming speed. Blood spilled out at first, then other things. It was a nasty stench. The stench of death approaching. The black and red life force of the gasping man runs down his body, soaking Alexei's uniform. Oh no. What did I tell you about wishing you died?
Shoot.
Damn it, I knew it, I was right. I'm fading fast, brother. Let me treat you, son. You have to hold on, I'll fix this mess, hold on. What are you gonna do, dude? The young man reaches behind him, fumbles, and drops the box to the ground with a hollow thud. He opens the white box full of hope, only to find it empty. He did say it was empty before. Alexei was so desperate to save Hassan, he forgot they'd left all the medicine behind. We've done all we can. I gave the last of the medicine to the others, and now I have an empty box that can hold a lot. He opened up the empty box, looking like it was the end of the world. Your prediction came true. Yup. His prediction did come true. I can't take it anymore. Erg. I could not imagine his pain. His cries were more terrifying than anything I'd heard in the military hospitals or field camps. In fact, they were more like primal, animalistic howls. Like a bull trapped in a blazing forge, bellowing and begging for release. Hassan said that we should each save a bullet for ourselves. But there was no way he could lift a gun now. The wound continues to expand. Alexei, please don't let me suffer through this. No, we can take you back to the base, or at least to the cave entrance, and find the mountain herds. Yes, they should still be at the camp, and the commander said reinforcements are on their way. Even I could see he was deluding himself. The man was melting. Just how was he going to get home? I beg you, brother, make it quick. He pointed shakily at Alexei's gun. Alexei, you can't do it. I will. The tough cookie. Good little comrade. Good little comrade. I reached for Alexei's sidearm, but he brushed my hand aside. Allow me, comrade. Alexei closed Hassan's eyes, putting the gun to his temple. He left no words, no goodbyes. With a single shot, death claims its prey, who can no longer haunt the living with his tortured wails. I mean, okay, so he wasn't a traitor. Look at that. Hassan's hand went limp and fell onto the stack of papers beside him. He found the papers, though, at least. He'd found the stuff Zeno needed. As a soldier of Zeno, Comrade Hassan had fulfilled his mission flawlessly. It's fine, man. The reverse is gonna come and I'll be alive again. What? Easy peasy. Debriefing. Yeah. Things have settled down, but we still have business to take care of. Part 8. The sound of gunshots eventually draw in a set of footsteps. Ilya, Alexei, Hassan, is that you? Nope, just the two. Bertolt's voice echoes through the cave. Bertolt. He followed my voice and quickly found the room much easier than we did. This is a nice shot of her. The sight of Hassan lying next to Alexei shocked him. ... Hassan's courageous sacrifice will forever be remembered. Fought bravely against the enemy and died a hero. Alexei could not accept Bertolt's portrayal of what had happened. He was too principled for that.
No.
It was I who killed our comrade. Lilia pulls out a bloodstained stack from under Hassan's body and throws it at Bertolt. The thick vials hit the ground, kicking up a swirl of dust around his army boots. Congratulations, Commander. Mission complete.
Mm-hmm.
You went in earlier than I did, but you came out later. They wouldn't let me go. Well, it seems you had a pleasant chat. Personally, I hate being questioned. I'm an honest person. Just like Alexei.
Thank you.
It's over now. Don't forget about your debriefing report. Well done, little falcon. You have survived Juhalarat. Your service on the battlefield is over for now, so you're free to return to wherever you please. Lilia does not reply. She looks back at the interrogation room where the doors are now shut. How are you feeling about all this? Not how I thought I would feel.
Of course.
Of course, for those who have never experienced war. War is often romanticized as a beautiful, idyllic symphony. Until you're staring down the barrel of a gun, being mocked for your naivete. and you become just another tally, a statistic on the government's ledger. Son.
Calm down.
Zeno will take care of his wife, you can be sure of that. Is this all worth it, Commander Bertolt? He was a joyful man. I cannot deny that we became good friends during our time together. Truth is, Hassan will serve as excellent promotional material. He'll become a true model. So utilitarian, interest-oriented, and calculating. Work for Zeno, earn your merits, and your family will be treated well. And for them, family and blood are above all else. Two critters with one stone. Let's go see Alexei. They walk to the interrogation room and peer at the silent young man through the window. He notices the people outside, looks up and halts his signing. He sees us. Alexei is smiling. I told you, this really isn't that big of a deal. It's just that he insisted on making this report himself. Have you ever met someone who'd openly confessed, I am the one who shot our fellow comrade? I had no intention of sending him to a tribunal, but he was hell-bent on the notion. Such a stubborn young man. Having principles isn't easy.
I think that...
He didn't belong here. Johalarat was not the place for someone like him. He didn't belong there. Or perhaps I should say he was not the right kind of person for a place like Johalarat. Semantics. Don't worry about Alexei. A young man like him will no doubt earn the Admiral's favor. In this case, we'll end up on the Admiral's desk, I promise.
Oh.
As for you... Your flight leaves tomorrow morning. The luggage in your room is already packed. How nice of you to do that.
Because?
Because you're going to take this story back to the Academy. We'll walk off the plane with coffins topped with black tulips. And you will tell your bratty little classmates that perhaps one day we might all end up in a black metal box. Yes, so inspiring. Frontline still needs me, so this is it. I hope we'll have the chance to meet again, comrade. Best of luck to you, Commander. I almost forgot. I got something for you. Oh, she's gonna punch him. Alexei left it with me before you got here. It was Hassan's. Oh no? Oh no, okay. Zeno, A150756. The officer cradles the name tag in his palm.
I'm not sure that.
I don't remember making this for him, Zeno. Tags of auxiliary forces should not have these letters engraved on them. Lexi told me he and Hassan got it secretly engraved last month. Hassan had always hoped to become a real part of Zeno. He loved being a part of this big family. Bertolt lowers his head in thought. We'll have a real one made. I'll fight to have his name inscribed in the Hall of Merit at our headquarters. That dark and glorious corridor lined with the names of those who died in battle and during the storm.
I believe.
He will rest in the Zeno cemetery as a true soldier of Zeno, the dog type bearing his name. The officer turns and walks away, holding the keepsake tightly in his hand. The sound of a soldier's boots echoes down the hall. Lilia takes one last glance at the room where her comrade had seemed so relieved. Inside, Alexei eagerly awaits his fate, while Zeno eagerly awaits him. And that is that. Damn, man. But this is a lot longer than I thought it would be. 2.5 hours. Holy shit. Maybe a little less long, since we did start a little late. I like that story quite a lot, actually. I love how they reframe the character of Bertolt, because all we see of him in why am I blanking? Ryashki, right, is just like this fucking asshole, which he is. He definitely is, but he's clearly a lot more fleshed out than that, right? Like, they gave him a character here, you know, he's the pragmatic sort, but he's not like above sentimentality, you know? Like he clearly cares for his things, for his people, right? He's doing his job in Ryashki, and all of these, I guess the way he sees it, as peasants, right, are getting in the way of what he sees as the most logical course of action. I can understand why he's kind of come off as a fucking dick during the main story, where our point of view is you know, not so great on him. It's all about framing. I don't think Bertolt's a bad person, but he's a very loyal to... Exactly, he is above all loyal to Zeno. He follows them with, like, unquestioning resolve, which could end up badly. Lascaux cave paintings were discovered, traces of arcane skill. Cool. I really like what they did with his character, because I mean, all we really saw of him was just like this really flat bad guy, and the fact that he's not actually that, you know, that there's more to him as a character is really neat, especially since he's like a minor character, right? He doesn't fucking matter in the large scheme of things. He doesn't fucking matter. They cooked, yes, they absolutely cooked. This was a very good anecdote. I enjoyed it very much. I don't think it beat Eric's.
Well
I think
done.
Eric's is still the best one, out of the batch. But this is
See that?
very much a close contender for second.
On rainy days, this is how you get yourself.
Can I finish the battle pass? Do I have enough time? We're at 49. Do I have enough time to make 10,000? Oh, I only need 1,000 actually. 3 days? Oh, I definitely have enough time. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Okay. Alright. It's 5 in the morning. I'm going to bed at 6, but...
My life here
because I have
is
work.
quite similar.
But we will play through more
Exactly,
Pankh.
a good sister.
We're going to get as far as we can before 6. And then we will finish it up tomorrow. But for the time being, I'm going to take a 5-minute break because I need to use the restroom. Alright, 5 minutes. Oh boy. Well, you probably got nostalgia from the war. I don't know if nostalgia is the right word to use, but she definitely got something out of the war, damn. Okay, let's go ahead and start more Pankh. Sound the bells and the smell of mangoes. An old train brings back stories from the subcontinent as the festival approaches. The stargazers and the wanderers converge. Okay. Stargazers. Let's go. A dream made of shards of reality. Its edges are jagged and treacherous. Ooh, the soundtrack is. I'm probably gonna go like this. Journey to more Pankh. Alright, we got about 50 minutes. We'll see how far we can
Hypotheses
get.
have been made regarding the quasars as follows.
Oh. The hall was packed with audience members.
The darkness below the podium is boiling. The eyes with the questions and inspection. Some behind glasses are cast out of the darkness. Just like the signals beamed from several light years away and received at the top of the observatory.
Good. Based on the data of its redshift, Dr. Schmidt deducted that it is moving away from us at a recessional velocity of 1/6 of light speed.
Page 3. I did put it in.
In most cases, we would consider a stellar black hole as what is left from the gravitational collapse of a star.
Red chalk left a jaggy circle in one stroke on
They
the
fight,
blackboard.
attract each other, and merge into a supermassive black hole to which the stars in the nearby galaxies will be eventually pulled by gravity.
Page 3. Oh, here it is. Did Komor put it here for me? Then there was neither existence nor non-existence. There was neither the realm of space nor the sky beyond. Then there was neither death nor immortality. There was neither day nor night.
Inside the quasars, there is a violent activity occurring that is close to a supernova. It devours stars. And the
Zeno
gas
Anecdote
cloud
already.
turns
Yeah, the
into
Zeno
stars
Anecdote
out of
we just
gravitational
finished actually.
driving.
Like 5 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago.
Thus, a new star
It was
is
quite good.
born. It is a graveyard filled with corpses, as well as a cradle for new stars.
The evening breeze, the meadow, and the fresh air. Despite its lack of privacy, this was as good a place to chill as it could be. It was a clear night. Stars twinkled in the sky like golden sprinkles
That
on a
was a
dark cloth.
successful lecture, Calabona.
Calabona. Calabona heard a familiar voice and recognized the footsteps. Without looking back, she already knew who was behind her. Yeah, Hugh missed it. I mean, you can always, if you really wanted to, you could always go back and in the pod, but yeah.
Thanks for your rare compliment.
Well. She extended her arm, reaching out for the stars.
I can't believe the first thing you do after the long
Oh, hello.
absence is listening to my embarrassing speech. You see, this is not my thing. I'm still struggling with the word I should use in part 3.
I saw an interesting theory from a CN player in 1.1. You can find it on the page with discussion with the Foundation, and the name Vera is mentioned, and Villa's CN name is Vera. Oh, what? You can just find the page with the discussion with the Foundation. Wait, which discussion are we talking about? 1.1?
Oh, but you know I won't pass up a good chance to sit in the audience.
The grass rustled. He lay down next to Kalabana.
To be someone who can smile knowingly at the argument made by the lecturer, knowing full well the thinking process behind, while staying close to other whispering opinions. This is the perfect spot for
Subscribe. Thank you, Hour of Frost. Thank
like
you
a
so much.
perfect
And welcome in,
observatory
of course.
from which we witness the events in the universe.
I'd rather not give a comment on your personal taste. Kumar, I think we should make some adjustments to the details of the following observation.
Here's an idea. How about we put away the work for the moment? Forget those things. Just look at the stars. Simply fix your eyes on them. Move over. The grass beneath me feels like pine needles.
When you were away, Donnie from the institution had paid a visit here. Based on his attitude, I may tell he was doubting my identity as a human. If it goes on like this, we are likely to be kicked out of our own project. I've destroyed all the observation data of that special celestial body. At least through this, we can keep the observation method between you and me.
I forgot this, this was an event where Arcanists were still very much overtly, aggroed. It's been a while since we've had one where they were so, blatantly against Arcanists. I read the comments and they said they don't think it's Vila because the discussion is political. Oh, and that's not really Vila's thing. Maybe they just use the same name. It's typically, you don't really do that though, right? Her words were only met with a lasting silence. Kalabauna turned to the person next to her.
You seem... Have I done anything wrong?
No, as a research student, you did an excellent job, though no more than I'd expect from a student of mine.
Her voice was incredibly calm.
That's just what we've been doing, isn't it? Hiding in the corners, doing research that completely has nothing to do with others. You know what? I'm a bit tired. Seriously. Tired of the pointless power struggles between these specks of stardust. We all know none of us could avoid the fate of being restored to the basic elements of the universe after we die.
She sighed deeply at the thought.
Never mind. It's not the first time it's happened. I've never been welcomed on either side. Speaking of which...
Hooked by the conversation, unpleasant memories swam up again.
My parents. Yeah, I told you about them. They abandoned me because I had little so-called talent for Arcanum. And now they are showing remorse for what they have done. There's more. My stupid younger brother knew nothing about what happened to me. He didn't even recognize me, his own sister.
Not exactly the best sister,
You paid them a
though,
visit
right?
this time back in your hometown?
Visit them? No, sweetheart. I went home to do many things except to hear some old people's apology. I've never cared about those things. I went there to deal with a little business, and it was done smoothly.
She seemed to be in a state of ease.
So smoothly that I have taken care of everything there is to be done. Kalabona, if...
A gust of wind blew by the meadow. The subtle sound of plant fibers rubbing against each other could be heard cleanly.
If one day we can see that celestial body with our own eyes, or even touch it with our own hands, I will definitely.
Kumar,
What?
what are you talking about?
Kalabana propped herself up on both of her elbows, trying to see the one beside her clearly. But that person's face was indistinguishable, as if hidden in a thick, black fog. What? See the new CN trailer. I haven't watched... Oh, that's not to me. I haven't watched any of the new stuff. So this was all just a flashback? Or a dream sequence? We heard a train. I know there was a train in the trailer. Yellow crystal pendulum. To the left, to the right, an arc and a fleeting gaze. Oh wait, hang on, we don't need to fight. We just need to do the story. Yeah. Yellow crystal pendulum. Oh god, it's here. Oh no. Oh no. Oh fuck. Oh god.
Let me get through.
They really have to use that as their profile picture, that's crazy.
Will you move, please? For the sake of Marianne Lenormand.
Marianne Lenormand. Some spoilers for the 1.3 story. For me, somehow, it was really lackluster, kind of big deal since this was right after the episode peak. 1.2 Nightmare at Green Lake. Okay. I've actually heard good things about 1.3. I've heard it was exceptional. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, the end is kind of lackluster, I see. The crowds on the platform are like schools of colorful sardines pushing each other towards their destination.
Oh, enfin. Ah, aïe. Ce trajet en train m'a vraiment fait mal au cou.
Tilda, please. She finally gets to relax in one of the few empty seats in the station.
Comment ce serait bien si je pouvais dormir
How nice
dans
it'd
mon
be
lit
if I were to sleep on my bed in such cool and comfortable weather.
Alors autant rester à
Well,
Delhi
I may
avec
as well
maman
just stay in
pour
Delhi
faire
with
ses
Mom to
topazes.
sell those topazes. Oh, she still has parents, that's right. Holy shit, she's not an orphan. Her fist tightens, though she doesn't consciously want to. The documents rattle in her hand.
Non, Mathilde n'abandonnera pas. Qui sait quand ils approuveront mes congés la prochaine fois?
Who knows when they will approve my leave next time?
En ce moment, l'énergie
These
céleste
days.
semble être parfaitement forte. Et la meilleure zone
Right, she's a
d'observation se
divinator.
trouve être proche de Delhi.
She cares about the stars as
Quelle
well, right?
occasion providentielle pour ce génie de la divination. Ce serait de la folie ne rien faire. Attends voir. Quand j'ai trouvé le bon endroit pour méditer,
She slightly shakes her fist. It seems she has made up her mind very seriously.
tôt ou tard, je remonterai jusqu'au sommet.
Sooner or later, I will take my ride back to the top. Yeah, she's never been top, though. She's always third place. She rummages through the documents and moves close enough to read the pointed text.
Voyons voir de quoi il est question sur cette affiche. Deepa Festival.
She turns over the poster.
People in Pankh hold the Deepa Festival during the meteor period every year to seek the blessings of Vendre.
That was in English, that's crazy. I didn't understand a word of that.
Alors c'est en fonction de la pluie de météorites ici. Vendre. Je crois que j'ai lu ce nom dans les documents. Je suis à l'est de Chandigarh en ce moment. Pourrait-il y avoir moins de signes ici? Cette carte est en anglais de l'autre côté. Très bien. Ce serait encore mieux et plus clair si c'était en français. L'endroit que j'ai trouvé grâce à la divination s'appelle...
I feel like I should be reading this. It's all in French. Everything's in French.
C'est un temple. Je dois me rendre dans sa grotte au nord.
The place I found through divination is called Pankh. It's a shrine. I need to go to its north cave.
Bon, un temple. Cela peut être un rapport avec le mythe de la comète que j'ai lu avant. N'est-ce pas aussi l'un des endroits où l'on peut voir la prochaine pluie de météorites?
Good. So a shrine. Perhaps it's something to do with that comet myth I heard about earlier. Isn't this also one of the places to see the upcoming meteor shower?
Super! C'est là que je vais alors. Où est mon stylo? Ah, là. Très bien. Notons-le.
Great. This is where I'm going then. Where's my pen? Ah, here. Very good. Let me put it down. She hunches over and writes down something carefully.
Ouf! Bien joué! Tout est beaucoup plus pratique dans la nouvelle ville.
Nicely done. Everything is a lot more convenient in the new town. The ceiling looks new. This train station seems to have been built not too long ago.
Ah, c'est beaucoup mieux que le plafond de la gare de Delhi. Ah, je me demande comment vont maman et papa maintenant. Ah, cet Indien parle vraiment vite quand il négocie.
Looks a lot better than the ceiling in Delhi's train station. I wonder how mom and dad are doing now. That Indian man can speak really fast when he's bargaining. M. As she slackens off, tiredness catches up with her.
Juste une petite sieste rapide.
Just one quick nap, very brief.
Très courte.
वाह कमाल है क्या निडर लड़की है
Wow, what a bold girl. Hee hee. Oh, is this Kanjiro? Kanjiro. It is.
दोस्तों वो देखा वो लड़की बहुत ही बिंदास होगी जो ट्रेन स्टेशन पे ही सो रही है
As you see that, the girl brave enough to sleep in the train station.
अरे मुझे कुछ नहीं दिख रहा है बॉस आपकी तरह हर किसी की नजर इतनी अच्छी नहीं होती धन्यवाद
I see nothing, boss. Not everyone has great eyesight as yours. Oh, thank you. Nice monocular. Monocular.
ओह चमत्कार गहने और बटुआ
Shiny jewels and wallet.
लेकिन इतनी गहरी नींद में भी वो कौन सी चीज है जो इतने कसकर पकड़ी है ये तो वो नक्शा है जो रेलवे स्टेशन पर मुफ्त में देते हैं
But what is the thing she's holding so tightly even when she's asleep? Isn't that the map they gave away at the train station for free? She's really brave enough to sleep at the train station. Yeah, her situational awareness is not...
खजाने का
It's not
नक्शा
great.
होता है किताबों में अगर करीब जा सको और फिर
something valuable, I guess? Like the treasure map pictures in the books. If I can take a closer look...
रहने दो तुम्हारे
That's
लिए
two.
बहुत मुश्किल होगा अजय तुम बाएं से जाओ कागज को वैसे ही लेना जैसे मैंने सिखाया और मिल जाए तो मुझे ये इशारा करके बताना
That's too hard for you. HR, you go from the left, just as I taught you. Give me this gesture after you get it.
कोई बात नहीं
No problem.
ध्यान से छोटे ये तुम्हारा पहला कदम होगा हमारे इस काम में ओह मिस्टर चा को कभी मत बताना कि मैंने तुम्हें ये काम सिखाया था
Do it well, boy. If you make it, that will be your first step to victory. Oh, remember, don't tell Miss Sherge I taught you these.
जाओ जाओ तुमसे पहले
That's an
कोई
NYC
और
train
मौका
station
नहीं
she has cooked. Yeah, you fall asleep in an NYC train station and you'd be lucky to get her alive. Fuck it, man. Go, don't let other people get it before you do. Like you're losing everything at that point. What is it? Something swaying? For me, I'm obsessed with every shot of dignity she had left. Yeah. I don't know, Matilda. Oh, God, Matilda, please. Sleepily, Matilda struggles to open her eyes and sees a little figure prowling away. Like, even... Like, just anywhere. Don't fall asleep in public, man. That's dangerous.
is this yours miss
English, hell yeah.
Hey, that's the pendulum Mom gave me. Who are you?
it fell on the floor I was just picking it up for you there Don't lose it again.
Bro, this kid's full of shit.
Thank you.
Thank you. Matilda reaches for the pendulum.
Nuh-uh. It's yet too early to say thanks, girl.
Oh, hey, it's the man. Hmm? They find themselves in the shadow of a tall man. The man seems travel-worn, but he's carrying just a little luggage.
About 3 minutes ago, or 5 minutes ago, this fellow was wandering around you like a sneaky ferret badger. Trust me, this is no friendly encounter.
This man looks so fucking sinister, just from the way he looks at you. He raises his left hand, more specifically his prosthesis, to show the delicate wallet between those seemingly stiff fingers.
That's mine. You stole my wallet.
Oh my god, Matilda, please.
What? I've put it in my pocket.
Someone needs to work on his techniques. Right, boy?
Boy. The man catches Ajar's clothes, this time with his real hand, and easily picks him up. Ajar is lifted in the air, but he isn't strangled with his collar, for the man has skillfully avoided the area of his neck.
जाने दो, मुझे जाने दो.
Let
धिक्कार
go
है.
of me, damn it, go mind your own
अपना खुद
business.
का काम करो.
Unfortunate for you. My business these days is to mind others' business. Seems like there are more things in that pocket of yours. Come on, you know where we are going.
Arr. Ajar shows his teeth and bites the man hard on the right hand, which is dragging his collar. Why did you use your prosthesis, dude? He lets go because of the pain. The little thief breaks free and quickly slips into the crowd.
He's gotten away. My pendulum. He had my pendulum. Stop, you!
ता तेरी, वो लोग नजदीक पहुंच रहे हैं.
Damn it, they're catching up.
Stop right there, you little thief!
The annoyed boy throws the pendulum into the distance with full strength.
Hey, you, boy! Wait!
The man runs into the colorful schools of sardines in hot pursuit.
You! No, it's fragile, don't!
Oops. In a beautiful arc, the transparent topaz falls towards the ground like a meteor. Oh, okay, she's here too. Suddenly, a palm appears and catches it safely.
Just in time. Is
Oh,
this
hello there,
yours?
ma'am. Is this yours?
Yes.
The lady leans forward and speaks in a soft voice. Matilda stares into her eyes, completely
Put it
abstracted.
away, kid.
Damn, she can actually look towards her eyes right now. That's crazy. As she tilts her palm, the topaz falls swiftly into Matilda's hand.
Thank you.
It's okay.
The lady slightly nods and leaves like a gust of wind.
Elle est partie si vite.
She left so quickly.
Ah, les documents. Bon, j'espère que je ne les ai pas abîmés lors de la poursuite.
The documents. Hope I didn't mess them up in the chase.
Il manque 2 pages.
2 pages are missing. Where did they go? Tiger Matilda, she's French. Oh no. A small black-haired oh.
Ah, शुक्र है कि मैंने अपने भागने की
Thankfully, I
योजना
planned my way
पहले
out
से ही
in
बनाई
advance.
है।
Well, at least Ajar won't be
अच्छे
caught by
से तेज
anyone.
कोई नहीं दौड़ता। ध्यान से भाग जाओ, बेचारा।
Good luck running
अजय।
away, poor Ajar. She puts her palms together and wobbles her head to show her pity.
मैं उस लड़की से लाभ कमाऊंगी और उसमें भी जिसमें तुम कामयाब नहीं हुए। तो वो सुनहरे बालों वाली एक आसान लक्ष्य है। तुम देखोगे कि कैसे कंजीरा।
Make a profit from her, including the part you failed to make. Ah, that easy mark with milky blonde hair. You'll see how Kanjira.
ये मैंने किस चीज पर
Hey, what did I step on?
क्या वो इस चीज को ढूंढ रही थी?
This is the thing she was looking at. Yes, my eyes won't fail me.
मुझे धोखा नहीं देंगी.
Her face puckers up.
ये तो
Shit.
सचमुच किसी खजाने का नक्शा है. देखो.
Her face
उसने
puckers up as
तारा
she
भी
examines the
बनाया
paper in front of her.
बिल्कुल किताबों की तस्वीरों जैसी.
It really is a treasure map. Look here, she even drew a star just like those pictures in books.
भाग्यशाली हो तुम कजीरा. ये तो कमाल हो गया.
Lucky girl, Kanjira. This is really something valuable.
मुझे देखने दो. और मुझे नोट्स के साथ पढ़ना होगा. ये क्या है? उसने सारे शब्द गलत लिखे हैं. यहाँ तक कि बिंदु और मात्रा शब्दों के ऊपर.
Don't even bother trying. It's in French.
ओए, मेरे खजाने के बारे में सोचना भी मत.
Don't even think about taking my treasure. Oh. Matilda squints to scan the suspect who is trying to avoid eye contact.
What were you muttering about with my map?
That fucking face, man.
I just pick it up and look for its owner. Hope I can help.
Help? Matilda needs no one's help. Not to mention from a girl who just showed up out of nowhere. Hey! Don't touch me!
Kanjira ignores Matilda's contempt. He holds Matilda's arm intimately with a big smile on her face.
Wow, you are so cool. Is this your first time in the village? On your own? What's the plan? Sightseeing, family visit, or looking for some...
Hey! Let go first! Why is that any of your business?
I mean, perhaps not clear to you, but in fact, I am a guide who always give best service.
A guide? Who always gives the best service?
Tour guide maybe? Anyways, I tell you, nobody knows this village better than I. Hey, don't stare at me like this. I'm wandering here for a reason. I only give services to outstanding and cool people. They have good taste.
Hi, love you. Oh, welcome in, Frank, and thank you. Thank you very much for that. I'm glad you enjoy it.
I find you at the station from all travelers. My most great customer ever.
Ah! The outstanding and impressive people, you say? At least you have sharp eyes.
She just read Matilda like a book, god damn. Got her in the palm of her hand. Matilda tries hard to suppress her complacent smile.
The place you is visiting is different from others. This shrine, only few tourists are willing to... only the locals know. And now people can only go into 3 caves out of 4. But if you choose
Black-haired girl reaches out and pats the map on the star. Missed this event? Yes, so this came out when Palworld first released, and my time management skills are absolute trash, so I ended up playing that instead of playing through the event. So we're doing it now. Or at least we're doing part of it now. I need to go to bed in like 20 minutes. Matilda frowns in response. Suspicion is clear.
How I do that? My local connections, of course.
Yeah, that's a very big off.
No wonder.
I mean, it's a fun game, right? It's just, I kind of put everything else on the back burner, which, you know, not great.
Well, of course, I knew this all along.
Just for sure.
What are you laughing at?
What are you laughing at?
No, my dear guest. It's just sneeze. Well, you see, I just make a living here. I'm short and thin, can't compare with adults.
She tilts her head slightly. The angle is so perfect that it seems to be a result of countless practices, and sheds tears naturally.
And you is so great. You will not let I, weak, poor kid, get hungry for no money. Will you?
Matilda.
Even if you look at me with those puppy eyes.
Matilda.
First sight I know you is a lady with great taste. Just like a sandcat. Brave and smart.
Conjura's downcast eyes suddenly steal a covert glance up at Matilda, secretly reading the signs on her face.
Sandcat. It does sound like a smart animal.
Anyways, you is lucky to meet me, my lady.
Conjura waves her hands as if she has made a big decision.
Well, for a great customer like you, I can only suffer some loss. Just 200 rupees and I'll show you the shrine and the whole more Pankh village with a special Deepa festival tour on the house. Want me to recommend a hotel? I know good hotels too. Yes or no, my dear guest? My most great guest? Please?
Fine. I will allow you to be my temporary assistant. For your life has been so sad already.
Yay! Let's go treasure hunting! Sightseeing.
Excellent. Have you arranged a shuttle bus for the travel?
I have something gooder than bus for you.
Conjura puts on a mysterious smile on her stained face.
And I promise you, quick like flash.
Like flash. Quick like flash indeed. To be continued. Man, Matilda took a fat fucking L. That chapter, holy shit. She got played hard, man. The young Indiana Jones. 1.3 is the best art music design. Yes, I do enjoy the especially the music actually.
Alright, sit tight. Let's go.
Oh dear. Doesn't she always? Yeah, she always does. You little jerk again, damn it, Sheena. Sinha, for one last time, don't borrow that annoying human thing to her. The bright yellow tuk-tuk drives in a beautiful arc on the soft road, the brown sand kicked up in the air covering up the curses of the passerby.
Slow down! We're going too fast!
So like in every event there seems to be an explanation to why Arcane is from there to be recruited. But for instance, how did Ju and Yenny get the Ju and Yenny? She gives Yan King vibes. She does give Yan Qing vibes. Just at a baseline level, except less competent. So I know for a fact that Gutian, right? He encounters Name Day later after the event, and then that's how he is officially instated into the Foundation. Yenisei joins at the end of Notes on Shorty, it's like the last scene where they mention Yenisei's joining. We don't know what Ju's doing so far. For all we know, she's still like in the middle of the plains and hasn't yet been recruited. We don't actually know.
Hey!
As the tuk-tuk roars along, the marigold petals are flying wildly in the wind.
Not yet best spot. Hold that bat tight.
Who gave this kid a license? street. That was the same scene in Zeno's Anecdote.
Woohoo! How you feel, my guest?
But isn't Ju in the suitcase? So, for gameplay, yes, she is in the suitcase. However, there are characters that we currently have. Oh, Ju 80% bond is she's with. Okay, so I stand corrected. She is already joined. I mean, there are characters that we have in the suitcase that aren't necessarily already part of the Foundation or part of our group, right? Because I mean, we've had Miss Radio since the start, and we only just recruited her in Chapter 5, right? So them being there isn't necessarily an indication of us having already collected them. However, it seems Ju has been. I have no idea how we found her. It doesn't mention it, as far as I know.
Oh, I'm sorry. You must not be used to this. Here, use it.
Use it. As Conjura passes over the hem of her skirt, Matilda takes out a handkerchief from her pocket in silence.
If you want yourself dirty, fine. You look very decent after all. And here it is.
It is. The shrine is apparently an old one, judging by the worn bricks. The smell of sticky spices in the air is almost suffocating. Like Ezra, yeah, Ezra's already in the Foundation to begin with. I don't think he's Burton aligned necessarily, though. He still works at Laplace as far as I know. And the same goes with X and Mesmer and Medicine Pocket. Technically, they are Laplace staff, right? They're not necessarily living in our suitcase. It's more that they're just aligned with us. You know, allied.
Smell of full white musk and sandals, calming Palo Santo and cinnamon. You feel your chakra open? But I can also smell a lot of mango. That smells good.
Conjura glances at the stone wall to measure its height and then nods.
Okay, jump over this wall and we're in.
Jump over it? I thought there is at least a hidden side door.
Yeah, that's the thing. I assume suitcase characters were in the Verton specialty. Kind of. So Verton has, I guess, jurisdiction over them to some degree, but we know that they aren't always in the suitcase, right? Most of the time, they are generally just doing whatever their job entails, whether that be in the Foundation or with Laplace or whatever. Right, because I mean, in Chapter 5, Druvis couldn't come along with us because she was doing Foundation work at the time. So, yeah, they're aligned with us, but they're not necessarily always under Jurin's, you know, purview.
To see the closed cave, you must pay a
Burton's
price.
purview.
So this is your local connections.
Well, that means tuk-tuk, my guest. No tuk-tuk this village is faster than that. Uncle Sinha is not so nice and lend me if I don't give him my lunch money. My route don't need entrance ticket. Shouldn't you give me credit?
Even if she is busted, Conjura is not embarrassed at all. On the contrary, she looks a bit proud. She puts her hand together to form a temporary stepping stone.
Now come. Although I think you don't like this rude behavior.
You know she gets missions and you can choose who to join. Yeah, exactly. Burton, she definitely has more of a say. So I guess you could sort of equate her to one of the like higher ups at this point. Like she's in charge of her own faction, essentially. Ignoring the stepping stone, Matilda raises her arms and jumps up the wall deftly.
Huh?
Yeah.
I was thoughtful and considerate enough not to wipe my nose on your skirt. Yet you repay my kindness with contempt. Climbing over a wall of this height is really a piece of cake. So, do you need a hand getting up here?
Matilda looks down proudly from the top of the wall. Dot dot dot.
Weirdo.
Weirdo. Oh, this is a nice scene. That's really cool. The shrine is shrouded in thick smoke and packed with pious believers, resembling a legged cloud with something. The two small figures sneak into the shadow in the corner while avoiding the believers in their way.
I don't know what this skulking was for. You better not be lying.
What is she eating, bro? Nom nom.
Mm-mm.
Hey! What's that in your hand?
You want a bite? The prayers are so pious. So don't worry, the fruits is tasty. Like I expect. So sweet.
Oh my god.
When did you take it from the offerings?
Don't mind. Manka, come back.
Okay. Oh, is that the name of her snake? That is the name of her snake. A little black snake creeps up her arm quietly.
By the way, I hope you is not afraid of snakes. I'm a special kind.
And I'm curious about what exactly you are referring to. Specially rude or specially annoying?
This is rich coming from her,
Why
man.
so
Damn.
angry? I mean, I'm Arcanist. Hope I don't scare you. Relax. I'm not like others.
Surprised she actually just said it outright.
Are you serious? Can't you tell I'm also an excellent, one of the best arcanists?
Matilda jumps up with a jerk out of excitement, but then she notices the crowd and has to crouch down again very quickly.
So you were lying to me! Spoke about all those good virtues you can see in me!
Hey, it's not my fault. You doesn't look like one.
Tanjiro drops the mango core and scans Matilda in slight surprise.
I thought all arcanists except me are like...
Like what?
Like the villagers. Those old mans yell when they see humans, like annoying monkeys or crowing chickens. They even drive humans away. Don't care they're here to help. Why you think only the train station is tidy and clean? Humans in other places is all drive away. I'm not like them because... Anyways, I never thought there is more arcanist like me.
Tanjiro speaks in a quiet voice. A confused look appears on her face.
If you ask me, I'd say you read too little and know too little.
But why is she so aggro? Oh my
suggest
god.
you follow my example and adopt the style of a real arcanist.
Matilda, please. Chill.
Fine, fine. Oh, Manka say there is just a few people outside. So up your head, stay confident, and walk out like we paid.
Uh,
Have you been listening or not?
North Cave. Typical Matilda behavior. Yes, very typical. Following Kanjira, Matilda goes through the smoke and arrives
Nice. Nobody around
at
as
the entrance
usual.
of the cave.
But I still suggest you be careful since... I understand the damage when digging. Just don't involve me if you must break something.
Break something. Matilda looks up, not hearing a word of her mutter.
So this is the head of Vindre?
The top of the cave looks like a black hole. No one knows where it will lead or what it will devour.
Dark and and scary, but this is what must go through on the way to treasure. Just like you must say, open sesame, right?
I really don't know what to make of this treasure you've been mumbling about. I hope you didn't get the wrong idea.
Ah, I see what you mean here. Relax. I will zip my lips and tell no one.
She zips her mouth shut and nods sincerely.
I'll just stay here then. Everything good luck.
Anyway, despite all the strange things you've been talking about along the way, you have successfully taken me here as promised. I guess here is where we part. Thank you.
Thank you. After bidding her goodbye, Matilda turns around to walk towards the cave while browsing the documents in her hand. Soon, she is devoured by the bottomless darkness.
तुम्हें मेरी हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं, मेरे बहादुर मेहमान। भले ही कोई सांप या कोई ड्रैगन तुम्हारा इंतजार करे, तुम्हें पौराणिक खजाना पाने से मतलब है। हम फिर मिलेंगे।
Sincerest wishes to you, my brave guest. Whether a giant snake or dragon, as long as you find the legendary treasure, we'll meet again. Hee hee. She has more snakes than she has master of snake speak. Divination says she is better than Matilda. I mean, yeah. Probably. She probably is, honestly. Technically, I believe it was noted, but technically her divination isn't actually divination, right? It's just she's very good at analyzing stuff. Footsteps echo inside the cave like a piece of poorly composed percussion music.
Cette peinture murale semble être en rapport avec ce mythe. Là, sur ce document.
This mural seems to be related to that myth. Here, on this paper, let me see. A lot of French, isn't there? There's a huge mural carved on the wall, spreading to the end of her sight. She turns the pages of the notebook quickly.
J'ai trouvé! Before the serpent struck in night sky, the stone house of Azura rose to the north of the head of Vindre. The master of the stone has acted with countless feet, with countless eyes, to trip, to pry, in bringing the blessed house of men to rest. Wow! Impressionnant! C'est peut-être l'origine d'une créature mystérieuse.
This is, wow, impressive. Perhaps this is the origin of some arcane creature.
Le coup du serpent.
Serpent struck.
C'est-à-dire le meilleur moment pour s'entraîner sur l'énergie céleste est lorsque la comète traverse le ciel.
The serpent struck. That is to say, the best time to practice on the celestial energy is when the comet goes across the sky.
Long darkness reaches the men as the serpent's tail reveals itself. Some are sent down the great slopes and never return.
Matilda's VA is so funny. Matilda in general, I think is just fucking hilarious, man. She tries so hard and gets so far. But in the end, it doesn't really matter.
Le désir. Je devrais méditer avant de m'entraîner.
Desire. I should meditate before practice.
The circle of everything ends at the tip of the great tail. All...
Oh, fuck. What the hell? She dead? No, she's alive. The echo has disappeared. The Storm Master sounds interesting. Yeah, man. I'm assuming... Aren't these, like... Whenever we get, like, divinities, right? Deities, it always turns out to just be some, like, really powerful arcane creature. Which, I mean, maybe that's what this turns out to be. The echo has disappeared. Behind her, there is nothing but boundless darkness.
Est-ce que j'ai mal entendu?
Did I hear it wrong?
Non.
No.
Come into the light! Who is there?
Is it the man? Her voice ripples out, its echoes, and the echoes of the echoes. And the echoes of the echoes reverberate between the walls of the cave. There is no response.
Ce n'est pas normal.
This doesn't seem right.
Est-ce que cette statue était dans cette position avant?
Oh, it's a statue of enemies. Was the statue posing like this earlier? While Matilda is still wondering, the statues in her sight start to move. Ah. The benevolent-looking statues, which were sitting in lotus position, are now struggling in a twisted way to break free from the wall. That's fucking horrifying, man. Jesus Christ. Not good. Time to retreat. Just imagine that imagery. That sounds so horrifying. She turns around immediately and runs towards the exit, but the ground is pulling her back like a rolling carpet. Eh? She can feel her chin hitting hard against the rock. One arm, two, three, and more of them are growing out from both sides of the statue, each with a glossy eyeball embedded within. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Following the slight noise, every eye turns to the girl lying on the ground.
Dépêche-toi, ressaisis-toi, pense à ce que tu as appris et pratiqué autrefois.
Oh, hurry up, get yourself together, think what you have learned and practiced in the past. This is the combat portion, I believe. That's the end. Okay. It is 6 in the morning. I have to wake up in 4 hours. So, we're gonna call it for now. I was expecting to get further on in the story, but I think this is fine. Okay, chapter 3. We ended on chapter 3. And this has, what, 16, 17 chapters, so we can probably finish by tomorrow. Like, we'll probably finish this tomorrow. Yeah, I need to go to bed. It's late. Alright. Thanks for all coming in, y'all. We got through some stuff. I was not expecting the Zeno anecdote to be so long. They're usually only like an hour, but Zeno was like 2 hours long. But for now, I must sleep. So, thank you all for coming in.